You were captured, Eris, stripped, and brought basically to be a sacrifice within the Black Moon hideout. Rescued, though, by Fortune's Folly. You guys just killed the Drider down there, but just decided to leave, take a rest, head back, and hopefully everything was be okay, Raimundo. But everything wasn't okay. There was a lot of people still there. And with their leader decapitated or destroyed, the orcs and goblins don't know what to do. They're followers. They're not leaders themselves. So they killed any of the remaining prisoners and any hope for finding cans. Their bodies piled up. And you guys dug around looking for more stuff. There was some undead and some spiders. And we found some stuff and we headed back to Kalion. That was kind of what happened last week. We just kind of, for having fun, just walking around the dungeon a little bit. Testing out some of your newfound powerful 6th level abilities.
But failed to find any sort of lead on cans, so...
It's not unusual for people to go missing in the world of Zen. There's no social security cards. The only people that are really well known is someone like you, Raimundo, a title, titles, and people know you by faces and names. There's no documentations to prove who you are. And that's why the Elven Kingdoms, or the Elves of the South, they're just racist as hell. Unless you're a pureblood, you're an outsider to them. That's how you prove your citizenship, is the way you look. Right? Anybody? We've like Raimundo said, or I'm sorry, Morgwin said, we came into Kalion. We're now in Kalion, and we just kind of like traded off the goods. But Dvalin, he has to go back east or northeast to his dwarven homeland. Do we want to talk with the merchant at all, or shall he just be on his way with Dvalin as they head northeast with the 20 guards? Or does anybody have any questions and stuff before we can?
So, if he takes the 20 guards, do we essentially not have a town guard any longer?
So, what this is this guy's name is Broader Ironfoot. Let me pull him up for you. Broader Ironfoot is a dwarf of the clan Ironfoot. And the question is do I get the beard out?
Always, duh.
Let me see. I got it over here. Let's see if I can put it down. We want to talk to this guy, but basically he's a merchant and he's traded the dwarven artifacts with you. He's paid top-notch dollar, I think 50% over market price to acquire these items back and then bring them back into Orzammar Empire to the northeast.
Yep. 10 grand.
10 grand. So you guys have a lot of money. He doesn't have anything else to trade. He also brought some adamantine ignits if you want to buy them.
I wasn't here last session. Do I
Sure,
get
Grayson.
any of that 10 grand? Not to be greedy.
Well, I think what we need to do is have a council meeting in the hall to talk about what we're going to do next. How we're going to build perhaps the town up a bit. Maybe hire some folks. Maybe elect a master of coin.
Ah!
Treasurer?
Aye.
Well, maybe Neji can become our town spy. I don't know what your plan is to do with Neji when you put him aside, or where he was going.
He's probably going to do something like that.
If he would stay around town and help build, whether it was through spy network or whether you were trying to build some sort of black network in the town.
The Master of Whispers.
Yeah, pretty much. But I feel like he'd actually be out of the town more than in it. Like he's more worried about like out invading forces kind of deal. It's like inside the town we're pretty good, right? Like everyone's pretty nice and all that.
We would
So,
hope.
yeah, as far as we know.
But yeah, I gotta try and find my buddy who I left in charge.
Right. What was his name again?
Don't call me Shorty.
It was a dwarf, right?
Yeah, I gotta open up D&D Beyond.
Was the door?
My name is Bob and
No, he wasn't a
Quickstep.
dwarf.
Bob and
Is he halfling?
Quickstep. Hi.
Quick step, that's right.
You forgot who I am?
I have to write things down, it's that military memory of mine. Right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys have come back in the evening. So the merchant is staying there for the night because they're not going to travel at night. But they're going to leave the first thing in the morning. But they still wanted to get the artifacts right away because Dvalin and Grayson headed back with a few of the prisoners and so forth that you guys had. And that's kind of what Grayson did last week, is he didn't stay there with them. He traveled back with Dvalin.
Right.
So Grayson went ahead and made sure that the few prisoners that were there were protected with Dvalin. And Dvalin is there for the last night. But Dvalin, he says to the party, as everybody's together, we're just meeting with everybody, he says, there is problems happening east. I must head back.
Can we expect you back at any time?
Sadly, no.
Well, fairly well, lad. You'll be
Will be.
missed.
Just give him a little salute. He was mean to me. I'm not gonna say anything then.
How would a dwarf salute you back, Grayson?
I figured you would just take a drink. He'd take out his flask and take a drink. That's how
Takes out
you
his flask. He's like, I have to head back to Gregoire. The dark dwarves to the south are beginning to invade. It's only a matter of time before the darkness reawakens, like you've said. Poor Bonk, may God rest his soul. Does a little thing, I guess.
How many days' journey do you think that our enemies are upon us?
Which enemies are those?
Well, you mentioned the dark dwarves.
Oh my God, man. They're way across the sea. You don't have to give a damn about them.
Okay, I'm just worried about protecting the town. To see if we need to hire some more men.
He slides you a mug across the table. He's like, drink. Those damn filthy orcs, goblins, and God knows what else you slew down there. There won't be no problems around here for some time, I guess.
Here's hoping.
It's only up to you, Ramondo, to make sure these people here are safe. And how do you plan to do it?
Yeah, it's up to him. Yeah.
Brought back some gold, so maybe that'll help.
Aye.
Yeah, I think he knows one song. So maybe we need to have cooler heads prevail. Perhaps.
What do you plan to do, Catman?
I guess I should stay for a while longer. I'm learning a lot from these people. I wish you well, though. I hope nothing bad happens, and if fate deems it right, we shall meet again, no?
I hope so.
That's the first time you call.
They say there is problems with the mine, but I cannot go. I have to head back to Gregoire.
I understand.
It's a shame. Good dwarven steel can be used everywhere to fight off those damn elves of the south. Because there'll be a knocking, King Ramondo. Guaranteed. They'll want to take what is theirs. Just like that big sword in the fucking middle of the town.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope to attract more and more level-headed thinking people. Maybe we can defend this. For the people here, not for anything else.
What's your vision for this place?
This place can become one of the more fertile towns around with huge exports of different vegetables and wheats and such like that. I mean, there's so much promise in the land here. That's the way I see us, as being able to grow and sell our goods and make a nice peaceful home here, someplace I could retire.
Aye. What about you? Looks over at Neji.
I'm probably going to go out and venture. I don't know if staying with this group is quite for me. I've already been causing a lot of trouble, almost dying myself. I need to take a good look at myself and figure out what it is I really want to do, you know?
I got really heady in there, didn't it? When Morgan wanted to kill you.
Huh?
I already forgot. You must have been knocking your head. Got knocked when they brought you back from the dead.
He's talking a bunch of shite.
Oh, okay.
The
Very well.
Drider wanted to kill you and take your soul. I just wanted to stop him from taking your fucking soul.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Well, I don't remember because, you know, I was dead. Yeah.
So you're just gonna wander off and maybe be the next Khans, eh? Missing. Gone forever?
I wouldn't know about all that.
At least I'm telling you where I'm going. At least courtesy you could show the rest of us for saving your own hide is tell us where you're going.
Well, I would tell you if I knew.
Well, why don't you just stay around then so you don't end up dead?
Well, the plan is to not die. Besides, I feel like I'm a little bit more stealthy on my own. Be able to stay out of trouble.
Look around this town. These people need people like you. Protectors.
Oh, I'll be staying close enough to protect them, don't worry.
Just like Khans.
No.
Sure, lad. Sure. He looks over at Eris. What about you, miss?
I think after some time alone, I would rather stay with a group that I actually fight quite well with.
Someone speaking some sense. Looks over at Neji. It's better to stick together in times like these, rather than trying to go off by your own. Look at what happened. Remember what happened to Vodos? He tried to make it on his own, traveling miles or whatever, on some damnable quest by himself. We're stronger together. At least I have my clansmates. But if you ever make it to Gregoire, you'll be one of the clans. I'll be there waiting for you. If you need to come. But it's all up to you, lads. Whatever you want. You guys are all sitting around the table in Kalion at night. What do you do?
That's the question. What do we do now? There's always that hag's tongue, right? That thing that you guys need to do from the beginning.
I saw her talking with Neji. What'd she want? Devalm looks at Neji.
She wanted me to kill and you're gonna have to forgive me. I don't actually remember what she wanted me to kill specifically, but she wanted me to kill a beast of some sort and bring her its heart, and she would bestow upon me abilities, powers, I suppose. I'm not sure what she had in store for me.
Make you as strong as an octopus, huh?
Uh,
Or
What's an
smart
octopus?
as an elephant?
what's an elephant? What are those things?
Fucking memory like an elephant. You can barely remember of what happened yesterday.
Wait, are elephants canon? Do they exist in this world?
Of course they exist in this fucking world.
They
Well, Mando
exist in
can't
Lord of
stop-
the Rings, so they've got to be here.
Those
Yeah.
are
Hag's reward is
fonts.
Hag's reward is always twisted, Neji. If she promises you the up, you get the down. If she promises you the in, you get the out. It's just one way or another. That's what happens. So, good luck with your deal.
I think we don't trust her, but I think she's also perhaps a little out of our grasp at this point. Maybe we leave her be for the time being.
Having a hag walk around. I don't like the sound of that. Vaughn says.
She's pretty powerful.
I feel like if we don't mess with her, she won't mess with us.
Yeah,
If anything, she's probably scaring off would-be invaders as kind of like a indirect protection for the city.
Yeah.
Overall, I see her as part of the darkness, part of the what we're fighting against, but useful in other ways. When she becomes less useful, then we can put it right.
Agreed.
But all these creatures that serve the darkness, they all have the mark, those eyes. She didn't have that.
Yeah.
Fair
But I
enough.
think tonight is more for remembering our fallen comrades.
What happened to that fucking crazy clown again?
He killed himself.
What?
God. Should we rename this group from Fortune's Folly to Suicidal Hobos?
Through the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's what
Hey,
I'm talking about.
Suicide Squad.
That's actually lit.
If
about
anything,
Drunk
it
Suicide
makes
Squad?
it makes our band name, our troop, even more.
I'm Will Smith. Slap you in the face. Slap you in the face.
It's the folly of following fortunes, is it not?
I agree with that.
So, let's raise a glass to our fallen comrades. Tomorrow we talk about work.
We'll be
Oh,
leaving in the
okay.
morning, lad.
Around, you find out.
Aye. Good night. Dvalin takes off. What do you guys do?
As just a little downtime thing in the background, I'm just gonna play with Toof for a little bit. Just spin around in circles, make him dizzy, stuff like that.
Woohoo! Toof is doing little spinny somersaults, breathing little fire. At level 6, do you get any cool little abilities from being a Drake Warden?
I'm one more level from the really cool thing that happens, which I have something for when we reach that. I have a whole thing that I want to do for his little upgrade. It's gonna be cool. I just one more level away, but not this level. Sorry.
Okay.
Are we in need of like an actually good long rest?
No, we're pretty good, I think.
Okay.
We long rested on our way back.
Yeah, but I don't know if we got like full benefits from like, being in a safe, comfy environment. I think we did, but I wasn't sure.
I think we did.
Okay.
I'm down 2 spell slots, but
I don't think it could hurt to do another long rest.
Oh, we're gonna, yeah. And now we're home and safe.
So it'd be a full one. Yes, baby.
Yeah, I think I'd be trying to find Quick Step to find out if he has any news about what's been happening in town, see if we've had any positive things going on.
That's for the morning. I would spend the rest of the night. I just rolled a performance. I rolled a 26. I would be reciting a long form poem about our recent trip to where we've been and what had happened, and finding our new friend Eris, and finding the remains of our fallen friends, and the loss of Bonk to whoever's in the inn.
I mean, is the carnival still here?
Carnival's taken
That was
off.
last week.
Carnival's headed south.
Ah, well, none of his friends will know.
Damn.
Rip Bonk.
So,
Do you guys want to do anything else in the evening, or shall we take a long rest and begin the day anew?
begin the day.
I guess
Looks
I'm
like Measure
waiting
needs
till
a rest in her
tomorrow
life.
for Bobbin.
We need
Ugh.
settle up next to Tooth whenever we get.
Oh.
Tooth is just playing around with you, Grayson, by the fireplace. Occasionally, as the cinders, you like sit by the fireplace, safe and comfortable. The dragon egg is still in possession of the other remaining kobolds, right?
That
I need to be able to break the news to them.
very
Their shop opens up in the morning.
good. Tomorrow.
So let's take a long rest. And we wake up tomorrow on the next day at, we'll say 9 a.m. We have breakfast. What does Eris have for breakfast?
Honestly, whatever else the guys are having.
And what is that?
What's my chef got?
I like veggies. More veggies.
What's in season, Ramondo? You cast that like enriching soil. Like, there's got to be a lot of like fresh vegetables like growing pretty rapidly, even though it's been only maybe a week or so since you had the
I mean,
Great
what
Harvest
season?
Festival.
Yeah, what
Well,
season
it's-
are we in?
Let's take a look. I'll tell you.
Better be pumpkins. Grayson.
It's in the month of Assus, right? Votunde. Assus is rebirth. We're in spring.
It's all the good
Yeah,
shit.
so I think it would be a lot of like berries, edible flowers, a lot of leafy lettuces,
Really
things
healthy
like
stuff.
that. Yep.
A lot of antioxidants. Keeping you nice and healthy, Ramondo. You're gonna live as long as the elves out here.
You see what I look like? I mean,
gonna
not
ask-
this.
I'm gonna ask everybody as we wake up a question about their character from the random 50 questions. I'm gonna start with Morgwin and go around the table. What kind of person are you? The kind of person who remembers people's birthdays or pets' names and stuff, Morgwin?
No. I get subtle ideas about when they are. Like, Ramondo's birthday is January 8th, but I get it wrong because it's the 6th, right?
It's actually the 9th, but
9th. See? So I'm close, but I don't know it exactly. That's how I could illustrate that.
your tax day, bitch.
That's right, I am tax day. But I've gotten your birthday wrong for 20 years, but I'm
Every
a
year.
day off.
King Ramondo, are you a good cook?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's ultimately what I did as a soldier. So
His pulled pork is good. I didn't mean it
Ned-
like that.
Neji, as the night comes in and everybody has a long rest, where does Neji go? What does he do? Does he leave just like he came, mysteriously? As you remember fondly some of the memories, the temple which you found, the original Fortune's Folly, as you mimicked a young boy, a lost friend of yours from a while back. And as you matured, you killed the dragon. And finally, you killed the leader of the Black Moon tribe. The only
No.
thing left is around here maybe is this hag.
No, I'm not gonna leave without saying anything or anything like that. I'm gonna go to bed and kind of think about really what I want to do. Again, like if I actually do want to stay local or kind of venture out as a kind of spy, watch for invading outside forces, see kind of track their movement, what they're up to. But it's clear to Neji that when he's around, people die. He's kind of like more of a lone wolf. He's already had plenty of allies die. And he feels partially to blame because he couldn't do anything to save them.
You're not interested in setting up a spy network at all? So you just
I
want to
am.
work alone?
Uh, it's something to think about. Definitely I want to work alone, but still kind of help create this network, if that makes any sense.
Sounds like two conflicting goals.
Hmm. Well, that's why I'm taking some time to think about it. I'm not 100% sure.
Grayson, you're playing with Toof at night. Toof has helped you out, breathes little fire bolts onto the arrows and things as they fly off into the darkness of the caves. You're a skilled archer,
Thank you.
and a very deadly one at that. Fighting creatures of the darkness. Have you ever fought creatures of darkness before you came into Fortune Folly?
Hmm. I'd say Grayson on his journey here would have probably met some, but ultimately as well killed them, but not really know what is happening up until this point when somebody mentions the darkness. Like, well, seen something like this before, far away as well.
Are you from the land of Chult, or are you from the southeast where all the small folk and creatures of like the Feywild are at?
I'd say the southeast. Exactly that. I mean, I am a cat person with a dragon.
You've traveled far to the northeast. The free folk want to be free as well, free from the chains of the persecution of the high elves. You're out on that edge. What's your goal? Why do you want to be an adventurer?
Like I told Fulgur's Folly before, it's that I was cast away by my clan to become stronger. Kind of counterintuitive, but it works, obviously. And for me to bring up my Drake to its peak and come back, I'm also here to prove a point to them, as I am one of the lower rankers. I'm not even supposed to have a Drake myself, but my Drake has chosen me for some reason.
The secrets of Drake writing have been held in secret by the High Elves. It's even rumored that some of them control dragons themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Tame something so untamable. Make an investigation roll. Is maybe you playing with Toof, you get curious and you go to the library nearby in town.
Investigation?
Yeah.
12.
Probably not high enough. But the secret to taming, how do the elves... You've heard that from Fortune's Folly with traveling with them about the tale of them fighting the black dragon, right? In the mountain?
Yeah.
Dragons are highly intelligent creatures. They're apex predators, and they're the one thing is common amongst all dragons, whether they be good or evil. They're greedy above all. Even the good dragons. Can dragons be trusted?
I have faith that at least my dragon, my Drake, my Tooth will be faithful to me to the end.
How do the High Elves tame such intellect apex predators, then? Remains a mystery. Eris, what are you thinking about?
So she's gonna finish eating and then go see if she can find a nice quiet place to pray to try to find some warmth in the void that Votun left when she died.
It's spring, though. Ramundo has some of the great harvest here. Maybe all is not lost, Eris. Maybe there is hope with Fortune's Folly after all.
Maybe.
What do you think?
The void is still cold.
What do you try to reach out and ask as you pray into the world beyond? And where do you
She's
pray?
gonna-
Do you try to pray like an old church or something like that?
She would probably honestly look for some sort of place where she can be around like nature, and try to be as close with that as possible to hopefully try to get somewhere.
Large parts of the city are overgrown. Some houses have been dilapidated. Kalion has been left to ruin. But there's hope here. Hope that has been lost. Eris, where you're from, is it still intact or has it been destroyed?
Still intact.
What
She's
do you-
from a fishing village on the south point of Vagrax.
What
so they
question
make-
do you ask to the gods above? You reach out to try to see where Voltun is at and sense something. Is she there? Is she not there? But what do you ask?
Why are the seasons different? Something is wrong. Why can't I feel it?
Make a religion roll. Rolls like this, unassisted by spells of any kind, the DC is still quite high.
That's 13.
Probably not high enough.
Yeah.
The only thing you can think about is, you think about Bonk jumping in head first, I guess, into this small dark pool, and he never came out. You saw the bubbles there rippling across the surface. Eventually the bubbles went away. The darkness can take a lot from people. What is the darkness, Eris?
That is the question, is it not? Still
150
lacking.
gold, richer.
The darkness connects sometimes to their dark things, dark eyes, dark places, things beneath the earth that should never be uncovered.
Mhm.
And you remember that Morgwin has this artifact or whatever that he found in the lair of the Drider, a ball made of black obsidian. He didn't want to identify it, it scared him too much, and he put it in his bag. Maybe there is something there. But trying to call upon the darkness can be dangerous.
You're muted, Morg.
Do you fear the darkness, Eris?
No. It's not fear.
I mean, we wake up in the next morning, guys. What do we do? I mean, like, what do you guys want to do? Do we gather out we gather back at the table? Dvalin takes off Ramundo and Morgwin and Grayson, Neji, and Eris. Unless we want to stop him or anything like that, he just takes off with the 20 Dwarven Guard, and they head back on the eastern road. Back to Gwigwar.
You was supposed to make me spiked armor.
He's got to cancel that order.
Tell you. I'll never forgive him for that.
My
That'll be the last
services are
thing I
needed back
remember
with the
about
clan. I shouldn't be a total
but
douche
yeah, I think
about
I'd-
it. Right?
I
Let's
think
look at this
I'd
character
probably
sheet.
be at Can's store before it opened.
Okay. And I'm assuming Grayson's there as well.
I would be, just because I know it's a store.
Anybody else there?
We'll do a little shopping.
The few kobolds go up there and they come to the store. They're like just whistling away. Ramundo, let's load it up.
You just start bawling.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, King Ramundo. Were you able to find anything with cans? I don't see him with you.
Guys, let's go inside. It's not something I wanted to speak of in here, outside here.
Oh. Okay. They go inside the store and you see the egg there. Grayson rolls a D100. If he rolls a 3 or less, the egg's busted. Being kept within the recklessness of the kobolds, they did something with it, maybe. It's still there, Grayson, but how safe can this egg be within a bunch of, like, 5 kobolds, right? Just kind of dinging around the store.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, Ramundo, what do you want to say?
Have a seat, gentlemen. Have a seat.
Yes, my lord.
All right, and I'll get through my story. So, we went looking for cans, and I called upon some help from some friends and some acquaintances. You know, I'm a man of power, right? And so we caught wind that Cans was out in some rough neighborhood and was unfortunately taken and sacrificed to the ducks.
You sacrificed?
I mean, yeah, throat slit, thrown into a tub.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean it's. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm just not very good at delivering this type of information, but
they start just kind of crying and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have to take the egg.
That egg right there. He like moves his arm over. Grayson rolls a D100. If he rolls a 1, he hits his arm into the egg and it falls over.
Oh my god.
Did you really roll a fucking 1 on a D100?
He
hits the
did.
egg.
Oh.
He knocks the egg over.
Wow.
The egg falls over.
no fucking. Where's the bardic inspiration at?
I'm gonna have Grayson makes a dexterity
No.
dexterity saving throw to try to catch the egg, I guess. As he
It
knocks
better
it
be
over.
high.
So I won't be like a complete douche about it. I mean, the egg is pretty hard, Grayson, but if it just falls like right on the thing, I mean, these guys are like really careless, right? We just left another.
Can I try to
one.
grab it while he fails?
I feel like it's just gone.
I feel that double natural 1s, the dice gods are speaking to us, fellas.
Oh,
Egg smashes onto the ground, Ramundo. Cracks open, and its gooey mess spills out, the embryonic fluid. Ramundo, there goes 10,000 gold pieces at least. Oh! Oh, no!
You know, I'm gonna have to arrest you for that.
oh,
Don't arrest me!
All of you.
no.
gonna need to-
It's everyone now.
We didn't do anything wrong, though.
Even me?
Oh no, not you. Just the guilty ones here. I mean, you tried to catch it, but these ones here, they haven't cared for this egg at all.
I feel like you should arrest him for 2 nat 1s.
Okay,
Well,
my
wait
lord.
a
That's
minute.
fair.
Wait a minute, my lord. Perhaps we should show some leniency to these fellows. After all, they just lost their comrade, their leader. Maybe we just walk away calmly. Call it a fucking day here. Let cooler heads prevail.
Leniency.
Yeah,
no.
as a king, you'll have to fucking do that from time to time.
Okay.
I know it's maybe not your core competency, but maybe. You know.
So you all know I have shown you leniency.
Yes, my
Literally
lord.
just
Go about your business, lads. We're sorry for your fucking loss. My lord, perhaps we make our way to the Great Hall now.
I don't feel as though I fully described Can's demise to the.
I'm pretty sure they got the fucking idea.
All right.
You know, the slicing of the head and all the fucking tub and all the dark power and all that. I don't think you need to go into much more detail.
There is more detail.
I think we're fucking done here.
All right. You're the boss.
So disappointing.
And you're the
Aw.
king. I'm sorry for your loss, fellas.
Oh, I don't like that sound.
Was that to Grayson?
Who the hell just rolled that?
That was me.
Oh God.
I hope not. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh no.
So let's call the nobles let's call the family leaders into the grand hall. And let's get your dwarven friend together, perhaps.
That was a mess.
We all go to the grand hall, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest building in town, right?
Well, it's whatever building you guys want it to be. I mean, King Ramundo can just like claim stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need Bobbin to get me a fresh pair of shoes. I got egg all over these.
Oh, you want some fresh shoes, my lord?
Bunch of shite on your shoes.
What size shoe you wear? Looks like you wear a big one there. You know what they say about people with big feet?
You got small brains.
Small brains.
Small fucking something or other. I'll go get to the cobbler right away, my lord.
I was gonna say large footprints.
We're just insulting you. He's like large feet.
Bobbin takes off to go get you some fresh shoes, Ramundo. You guys are all in the Great Hall. What do you guys do?
So I have some ideas, lads. What we could do to maybe put a little bit of our coin back into the town to make the lives better for the people here. First, I think we need to make our friend the dwarf the master of coin. He can oversee all the work that's being done while we're out in the world. Maybe we need an outer wall. Maybe expand the city a bit. Protect
What dwarf
the
are you
farms.
talking about, Morgwin?
The guy that was given the job of king or steward of the land, and we just sort of stepped in and said nope.
Oh, that guy? Okay.
Yeah.
You
What
just
was
took
his
his
name?
shit.
What was his name? Do you know?
Bruner Gorn?
Runer?
Yeah, I got it.
Right, and we've been cool with him. He's been kind of partners with us in this, right?
He
Like
is
he's
just
like,
co-
I
he-
don't know about being the king of a town. Oh, you
He
guys
was-
want to do it?
Exactly. So, I mean, Ramundo sort of took over, and he was like, okay. He's not even really in the political doings of the town anymore, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's around. If you want to summon him, he can be summoned.
Oh, we'll summon him to the Great Hall.
Okay. He shows up. I mean, what's the plan?
I think we need to call. Well, this is the pre-meeting to the meeting, where I think we need to bring in the leaders of the prominent families that have the largest plots of land, and talk about how we're going to care for the town. So when Runer gets there, it's more of feeling him out to see if he would be competent at being kind of the master of coin, the kind of guy that's going to direct projects to get cared for as we do kind of like city building.
Okay.
Does he wear nice shoes?
Fucking shoes.
What? So Neji, they're summoning a few people within town right now. What are you doing or saying? Are you saying any last words before you take off?
I am going to stay within the city for now and kind of build up that spy network. But I am, for the time being, going to step away from Fortune's Folly and kind of go about my business with that. So yeah, I will be probably saying like goodbyes, but not farewells type of deal.
feel free to roleplay it out.
All right.
God damn you.
Well, guys,
You pulled the vote.
I'm gonna step out. I'm not gonna die like Vodas. So,
Hey,
so
hey, I
half of
didn't-
Vodas.
I
Half
didn't
of
It
vote
Vodas.
ain't
for
me.
that, by the way. I didn't get no say in that. I just
So, guys, I'm gonna be stepping away from now from Fortune's Folly. It was fun, but clearly it's not for me. It's not my forte. I've almost died a few times. Actually died once. And, I feel like people around me just keep dying, and I need to go about do my own thing, figure it out for myself. But I will stay nearby, local. I'll try to build up our spy network. Make sure we have good method of gathering information, making sure we know about what's going on within our city. And then after that, we'll venture out and we'll monitor the movements and such of our enemies, enemy forces, etc., just to keep us safe. But doing it in my own way, something that only I can do.
Is this his way of saying he wants to be king?
I do not want to be king. You can have that for yourself.
Sure.
And how would
Neji.
we contact said spy network? Do you have a name for it?
I do not actually. I haven't thought that far ahead. But I'll be sure to figure it out. And I have my ways of getting into contact with people. I'll be around.
How would we contact you if something goes wrong and we need your spy?
You wouldn't. But just know that I'm always watching.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
It's a little embarrassing.
That's fucking funny.
But if no one has anything further, I'm gonna take my leave.
I'm surprised none of you are fighting back on this. You could-
Hell,
The man wants to leave. He's free to leave. Lysa is gonna take a step forward and hand you one of her extra healing kits.
You just said
'Cause
lice.
she's got-
Eris.
I heard that
Eris.
too.
I
Gotcha.
was like, are we
Not
pronouncing
okay.
this
You
wrong?
talking about the elves is like making me think of her. No, so
Of course.
Eris is gonna hand you one of her extra healers kit and just like tap you on the hand as she's handing it to you. Be like, "You're gonna need this. Just take it."
gonna laugh at you.
I take it graciously and thank her. I do a little bow. If go ahead.
I'm gonna have Tooth just jump on your shoulder for a second and just sit there.
Oh, can't leave Tooth.
He like comes and he kind of like spooks me out a little bit. I go, oh shit. And then I kind of get used to him, and I think he gets a little used to me.
Yeah, of course.
But I dare not touch him for fear of him biting me.
Hey, he might.
I got a PTSD with a certain other dragon.
Ah, I see. And it's black too. Mine is black.
Oh, is it really?
It is black. Yeah, black and
That's
purple.
hilarious.
But he'll just sit there for now until you leave at least, so that you can. No, he's just there.
Well, you'll be missed, lad. You got great promise. You're gonna do well with whatever you choose to do.
Well-
Just be careful, will ya?
Always. I'll be around
I'm
though.
afraid perhaps your impetuous nature might get you in further fucking trouble.
It might, but nothing hard is ever. If it's easy, it's not worth the trouble.
We're here if you need us.
Thank you. And I'll be there when you need me.
As he slips into away, just like he came, Morgwin. Kind of like one of the nameless ones, right? That you've heard about. Men that can appear as anyone at any time, even a close loved one. A strange group of assassins. Maybe you will see Neji again as he vanishes to develop some spy network. So how it'll work with Neji is Neji now is a minor faction within the Kalion area. He's a minor faction. And his objective is to build up a spy network of some kind around Kalion And how it works is weekly we make those rolls, and Neji will be on there making rolls as he stays nearby Kalion, and he will be able to deliver information to King Raimondo. Or if, he wants to ask Neji a question, Neji can go off and maybe find it or something, right? Mm-hmm. Bob and Quickstep comes back, Raimondo. Raimondo, you kind of like, you feel pretty awesome, This is what it must feel like for the Sultans who held court back east in Vagrax. This is kind of what's happening right now. You're like holding court. Bobbin comes in with your shoes. He's like, "Will these service, my lord?"
Yeah, they look good. They're clean, right?
I'll try to put them on.
Reach into them first.
Feel pretty good. They got, maybe if you dig down a little deep, they got that like tissue paper in there.
Yeah, pull them out and go, "You should remove these. I shouldn't be expected to remove my own."
God.
Kind of grumbles a little bit, and then he like takes them out and he's like, throws it on the ground. He's like, "There."
I'm just kidding, right?
No.
I'm really not very good at it.
I need some
you
coin.
should probably know that.
For some drinking. You got any coin?
Okay.
You give him some money?
Anyway, what's been going on?
Well, we got a few people up on your docket today, my lord. We have this guy who claims to be some knight or something from somewhere. He's interested in helping you out. And then there's some other wizard or something. He wants to help you out too. Who do you want to see first?
Probably the wizard.
Want to say the wizard?
A wise choice, my lord.
Oh. Hey, Morgwin. Didn't realize you were here.
Why a wizard? Why a wizard?
Well, you won't get left alone too often with other people in town when I'm here.
And Bobbin goes out and he like kind of opens the door and he's like kind of like just this half-assed, like courtly introduction. He's like, "Sullen Goblin Chaser." Oh yeah. And then he like shuts the door. And then this guy comes in. He is either an elf or he is a human. He's either a fourth of an elf though, or maybe has some part elf to him, Morgwin, just like you do. He wears a cape. I got my little wizard staff with him, and you can see his component pouch, Raimondo, which is a pretty symbolic thing of all casters. And you see like the vials and things across his chest, and he has a symbol of faith as well. Eris, you recognize the symbol of Votun as well.
Oh, good. A friend.
And he comes in and he's like, he like kind of does a bow to you, Raimondo. And he like waits for you to like gesture for him to rise. As you kind of wait there, kind of like you've never had anybody bow to you before, Raimondo, probably. As this is the first court you've ever held.
Make him stand there.
Hmm?
He like kind of like glances back up to you and he's like,
Oh, come on. You are the first. Sorry.
Are you the famous King Raimondo?
Yes, I am. This is Morgwin, Grayson, Eris.
Incredible. I didn't expect so many faces.
This is the Folly.
If I may, my lord, let me fix that. If I may, my lord, I'll fucking explain him what he's here for.
Please, go ahead.
I know these matters tire you. I'd take the lead for you. So, your name's Sorlin, yeah? Sorlin Goblin Chaser.
Aye, Sorlin Goblin Chaser, that's my name. And, I've come because I saw the writing in the sky the other day.
That was me.
It was him indeed. So, of what repute are you of a wizard, sir?
I've traveled far from the east. I am a vendor just like the king here. He gestures over to Raimondo, and he's like, I saw the writing and I couldn't help but not have some hope for this land. And I would never see the elves do something like that, so bold. What made you do that, King, if I may ask?
Time for change. The people here, they need it. The land here, it should take all that I can give it and produce more than we've ever seen. So, I don't know. It just seemed like the right time. I like this guy, by the way. It's pretty good.
The twins, they outlawed all the magic. For us all, we're just atlas to them. Outlaw is the elven word for outsider or stranger, or like guest, really. And they
King
banned
Ramondo's goal is for us to share the land. Make it better for the people that live here.
The elves don't care about who's out here. The leftovers, the in-betweeners, the outcasts. He looks over at Eris. We have to make our own way, don't we? And where are the elves? Where'd they go?
The elves went to fight a war.
Really?
Every able-bodied elven man, including the former lord of this land.
I came here across the Great Sea from Orin when the Great Fires came, and I traveled all over. And I saw the Skyrite not too long ago, King Ramondo. And we should draw the magic back here, if that so be it, King. It is illegal to practice magic, and with your protection, we can draw the outsiders to practice this magic in safety. We should start a school, maybe, so we can tame the magic for those people that are unable to practice it freely.
Maybe we can learn how to fix broken eggs.
I don't quite follow.
Well, if I may, my
Inside
lord,
joke.
if I may, my lord, I've got a few things I'd like you to take a look at. Just tell me what you think about them. So I'm gonna pull out the book found at the bog where the plant monster was.
Okay, there we
It's
go.
got a bunch of spells in it.
Oh no.
I just want to suss him out to see if he's full of shit or if he's on the level. Anybody that calls himself Goblin Chaser sounds a pretty low skill.
Jesus, that's such a good idea.
You're gonna criticize this man's resume?
Yes,
Oh no!
You slide this like arcane
But
book
not
across
to his
the table,
face.
right? Yeah.
yeah. I'd like you to tell me a little bit about this book and what you think of it, sir.
You slide this book across the table and like, so what is this book? Where'd you get it again? I'm trying to remember even what it's
We
from.
got the book found at the bog where the plant monster was. It has dancing lights, mage hand, prestidigitation, snow curse, dimension door, mage armor, web, and circle of death.
You really want
Can I
this guy?
have that one? Can I have the Circle of Death? Just for studying's sake, you know?
I want to
For research purposes.
Yeah, for research
I want to
purposes.
see if this guy's full of shit or if he's worthy of showing the orb.
Very smart.
Because I'm not pulling out the cursed artifact for fucking Goblin Chaser guy.
You're not just gonna
Goblin
whip it out
Chaser.
real quick?
Anybody that's a Goblin Chaser is like level fucking 4.
I mean,
Starts
everybody
to-
knows you don't chase goblins, you let
He
goblins
starts-
come to you.
He starts to like, so the way magic is written in a cipher of some kind. As a spell book is written in its own cipher by the mage who writes it. And to do so, to understand it, requires an Arcana roll. And it's usually 10 plus spell level for the DC.
Mm-hmm.
He starts to name off, he takes time to go through each spell, but he begins to name off each spell in the book a little bit. And he starts to describe each spell to you a little bit by little bit. And he's like, you found this. This appears to be a necromancer's book. You found it near some swamp creature? What did this creature look like?
It was a foul creature born of the earth, but not of the earth.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes these creatures, shambles of bones and things like that, who draw on the dark forces and dark powers. I've heard of it, them forming these creatures, trying to tap into dark magic like this.
Aye.
And you were able to restore these springs I've heard about. I've heard these springs locally have healing properties. Maybe we could do something with that king.
I throw my elbow into Grayson and Eris and I go, told you I like this guy.
Just roll your eyes at you.
Just look at the shoes.
Look at the shoes.
Oh, forgive me, my lord, but we needed to perhaps test you a little to find out your level of skill. Please don't take any offense.
None taken.
But we do have another item to show you.
Okay.
And Morgwen will go into a bag that was pushed away in the corner and pulls out the orb.
I could get somebody to get that for you.
Orb annihilation.
You pull
Oh,
off
let me do it, my lord.
Morgwen pulls out this black-looking orb. I showed you guys the picture earlier in our Discord.
Yeah.
I imagine it almost like a palantir. A small mist in the obsidian ball swirls. Morgwen, as you're not stupid enough to even touch it. And where did you find this strange thing?
Oh, we
Saul
found
asked.
it underground in an area that was taken by a cult.
A cult?
Yeah,
You begin to describe like where you found it a little bit more in more detail, like you described the orcs and things, sacrificing creatures.
to a degree, but not into great detail.
Sullen begins to cast Detect Magic, right? And he begins to look at it, and he's like, I do not want to touch this. This thing is evil. We should get rid of it. And if you wish to, King, I will do this for you.
What say you, my lord?
Hold on. He said it's evil. He didn't tell us what it was.
Well,
That's right.
I cannot. Something as evil as this, where you found it, this comes from something with the darkness, maybe. These orbs are used to communicate vast distances, sometimes across great plains beyond. I do not wish to dabble in such things, as even doing so could corrupt the mind.
I corrupt ours, but it might be worth something to one of my girlfriends if we needed more information.
My lord, perhaps we put it in a solid iron box for the time being. Maybe put it away somewhere.
Are you afraid of the darkness, sir?
Of course, this is what caused the great fires to the east, they say. And is why I fled. I tried to come to Layla because I hear it is safer. But unfortunately, it is not too much different from the east. The magic here is outlawed, so I have had to remain in hiding, traveling near the edge of the wilderness. I am like
A
you.
disciple of Votun would not run and hide. We fight against the darkness.
Do you not remember the legends and the battles of the east? Is that
That's
where you're
why
from?
we fight. I am actually from the south. But I come and fight for Votun as she would have fought.
Your magic's not illegal here.
We should make it so. We should protect magic here for all of the outsiders, and the in-betweeners, and the outcasts. And that way, maybe we can bring hope back. He looks over back at Eris to, like, counter-argument her.
Let's not forget the little people.
Bobbin looks at you a little bit. He's like, yeah? Who you calling little?
Yeah.
Oh, not you. No, I'm talking about the commoners. Come on.
My lord, if I will,
Sensitive.
perhaps we grant Soren a small room to which to set himself up in, to perhaps start to recruit and begin his own school here.
I have just the place in mind.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking maybe, could I make a suggestion, King?
Sure.
There was this church that was set up to the southeast, but since we all know the elves, the twin emperors, and the empress is bullshit, right? They can't be gods.
No, they're not gods. They're ugly, actually. But
Perhaps we stay our tongue a bit and keep those opinions perhaps in more hushed tones.
There's a church on the southeast part of the town here. I came here about a day or two ago. They said you weren't around, but I requested to see you once I knew that you came back. But there's this church over there, and I think we could convert it into the school. What do you say? Looks over at Eris, too. No man or elf should ever be a god. This is not the right thing.
What would you know about right?
These are delicate matters, perhaps. Maybe we don't start talking about our lords, maybe quite as openly.
Well, you're
didn't they hang
defiant.
someone for saying that? No, legitimately, Eris. Like, I think the first time we came into this town, they were hanging people for talking shit about him like this guy is. So,
Yeah.
I understand what Morgwin's saying. But at the same time, give him the church.
Unless, Eris, you'd like it for your own worship practices?
No. It's all
We'll
his.
build something better for her.
It's a grand idea, my lord.
Thank you, my lord. I will get to work on starting up an academy of some sort, a school. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to draw in more prominent figures from around the land, maybe enchanters. They'll be able to serve you and crafting items for us to protect us, protect the outsiders here. For I fear the day when the elves do want to reclaim their land once again. He looks back at Eris.
My lord Ramondo, though, you might want to impose upon him perhaps a tax, or a discount at least for some of the things that he might be able to create for us.
Line of credit.
I need to do that now?
Part of the agreement to have his own land inside our town.
I look at Bobbin.
Aye? What?
You're gonna have to collect it.
I'm still pissed that you said I was short. You think I don't forget about that so easily?
Oh, just you wait, he might ask for another fucking pair of shoes.
I have bigger feet than him.
He actually does. I saw the picture.
Oh.
All right, then. I think you can give him his leave now, my lord.
He does a bow. And he's like, I'll get started right away. So how it works is this guy's in town. You know, he's like a mage of some kind, right? And he is attracting local artisans and magic benders that are outcasts from the land, right? And we'll make a roll. This will be a roll that we'll do with Raimondo for the faction roll. Basically, every week, like enchanters and things like that come to the town, and it can grow, right? And these enchanters can be used to enchant magical items using our enchantment system. Cool.
I'll definitely be looking for Constitution stuff.
The next guy comes in, I guess, is a knight, and he announces, Bobbin says, "Well, in a moment," and he kind of goes out and goes and grabs him. He's like, "You're up next." And I'll tell you who he summons here. 1 second. This is the knight, Theo. What is Theo's last name? What's your
he
last
forgets.
name?
He doesn't have one.
He is of no house and no nobility, but he is a knight who wishes to talk with you, King Raimondo. As Bobbin kind of looks off the side, what does Theo look like?
So he's wearing chainmail, white tattered hood, white kind of cowl, I guess. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like hood, I guess. Hood and cape. Had that backwards. He's donning a lot of white and kind of pale yellow. He has a big shield, and a scimitar that he carries on his right hip. Much of his face is kind of disguised from the hood, but he when he takes it off or like kind of puts it down, he's got silvery hair, and silver eyes, with no scars or anything like that are visible.
He's pretty, Morgan.
So you kind of look blind, like with your eyes, like you have no.
No, they're like gray, like silver gray.
When I look at him, I have to pee. So pardon me for a moment. I'm gonna go.
Sir Theo, approach King Raimondo.
Hello there.
Gaiden.
Hello there.
He's
Hey.
got
Have you time to
First,
speak about the epitome of peace and prosperity?
Now I really.
So long, but not forgotten.
I love this guy.
Yeah, I like him. Alright. He's cool. So what brings
God
you to
of
our
mercy and
our humble hall
forgiveness.
today?
Meetle.
Just do the number.
Yeah,
I don't understand what's going on here.
I'm purposely cutting you off like mid-sentence. Like, yeah, okay.
You're like the guy from Letterkenny. I like it.
Yeah.
Shurzy. Like it.
Morgan, where did this guy come from?
My lord, perhaps you ask him that. Where do you come from, Theo, sir?
Ah, I come from the east. I've been alive a long time. I lost my faith a while back. Did some dark things. Redeemed myself. And I've been helping the common folk ever since. I'm on a holy mission, you see. But I feel like I am in need of... I have a greater purpose. And I need help. And I can't do it on my own. And I've heard about this King Raimondo bloke. And was wondering if I could assist.
I don't know, my lord, but he's wearing a whole heck of a lot of white clothing. You might need to make Bobbins get some whites for him to replace them when they get dirty. You see, lad, we get dirty quite often.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Hey,
I'm probably the dirtier.
I don't even know how to respond to this, Morgan. This is definitely freaking me out. I like him. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, that white, I don't know.
Anyways, Meetle, yes, you wish to speak about him, I'm sure. Would you perhaps like to learn about him and I don't know, perhaps pledge your allegiance to him?
I think he's trying to tell you about his god. He whispers to Raimondo. I think he's trying to convert you.
Oh, fuck.
You do, don't you?
Now I have to poop.
Ramondo knows all about him. Yeah, Nettle, we go back ways.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
wonderful.
fucking tight with Nettle. Yeah, we're great.
Are you? Oh, okay. Oh, you must have been quite sad to learn the news, yes?
Oh, very fucking sad. So sad. We were fucking crying our eyes out.
Ah, yes, I too. It is part of why I've lost my faith, but all time heals all wounds, does it not?
Yeah. Fucking yeah. It heals a lot. So,
anyways, go ahead.
You're looking to come and work with us? I understand.
Ah, yes.
We've got a few things lined up that we're going to leave town for, but we just got back ourselves. Might be here a day or two before we go back out again.
That is fine. I shall wait. I will be the wall that protects you from harm.
Well, go over to the tavern.
Such is my tenet of redemption.
We should put him in the kitchen.
Rosie to get you some
Put him in the kitchen.
stew. I love that.
Yeah, we should put him in the kitchen with the chef. He'd get along really well with the chef.
Oh, the kitchen. I must say, I am not good in the kitchen.
No, I don't expect you to be at all. It's a joke, my friend. Like,
It's a joke. Oh,
Metal would have gotten
is that the thing they call sarcasm? I've been hearing about that. It's quite interesting.
I really love this guy. I really like this guy.
Oh, I love you too, friend.
Oh,
It's just too much white.
It's too much.
I love the
turned it up.
energy of this.
That's really a deal breaker. Well, I
Okay.
mean, I guess it would be really hard to clean all the time.
If you don't mind, I have a question for you as well. If you don't mind.
Oh, yes. Oh, what is that thing on your shoulder? He is quite fascinating.
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
If you decide to help,
Oh, he's quite adorable, isn't he? Oh, go ahead, continue.
if you decide to help, if you decide to help us, and let's say we need to be in the darkness, how do you plan on hiding yourself?
Oh, there is no need for hiding. I shall protect all of you from harm.
And what if to protect us, you need to hide?
Ah, there will be no such thing. They will cower in my presence.
Please take that into account, Morgan and Ramondo. Please take that into account. Because we are very much hiders. We do that quite often.
Why hide from the darkness when you can fight it?
Grayson, I like your point. So what you're saying is I shouldn't pay this guy in advance.
Oh, pay. Oh, I require no pay. I do this out of the kindness of my
Oh
heart.
shit, I like this guy a lot. Now I'm gonna go pee, poop, and puke all at the same time. Morgwin, hire and do whatever you want to do.
Oh, I say we let him join our merry band. You know, just keep your coins in your pockets, my lord, for now. We'll talk about a share for him when we get out there.
Yeah,
Merry met, sir. Welcome to the party.
We'll set him up with a trust fund.
Trust fund? Oh, I'm sure you can trust me. I'm quite sure.
He does seem like the type that might already have a trust fund, my lord.
Oh, yes, I am quite trusty. You must believe me.
Now, you are so mighty and you seem that you think you can protect everyone.
Oh, I can. Oh, I will try at least.
Can you swing your sword around?
Sword? Ah, I can. Yes, should it need be warranted? Yes.
I think.
What else would be the point of having one?
I just hope.
Does his sword look?
But I'm
worn
much
at all,
better
or-
with my shield and
I just
using
hope
it to
that
protect
your
all.
talk is not just ego, and it would.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I would never. Ego? Absolutely not.
I sure hope not.
I am quite humble, you see.
Yes, you can see that, but
Much better.
it's just a precaution. I don't want to die because you go in and you can't fight.
Oh, there will be no dying on my watch. Trust me. Anyways, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting until just now. I asked this King Ramondo bloke, but I shall ask you. Have you have time to speak about our Lord and Savior?
No.
Epitome of peace and prosperity, the long gone but not forgotten. God of forgiveness and mercy, Meetle.
No.
Oh, okay. Perhaps another time.
No.
No, okay. When are you free? Yes, I'll get back to you, sir. Don't worry.
Those shoes you have.
Yes.
Where did you get them?
I don't know.
Lord
Bob
Rondo
and
has a foot fetish.
Bobbin like smacks his head a little bit. He's like, "Oh, good God."
What? I mean, a man should be judged by the shoes that he wears, right?
Oh, I suppose.
I believe that's one of Metal's
Oh no.
preachings, is it not?
Oh, I don't believe I'm aware. Oh my, I have much learning to do, sir.
You should probably go and research that. I'm pretty sure that was real.
Oh, thank you so much for the knowledge. I shall go at once.
All right, who's next?
And he
I think we need to.
before Theo like walks out, he like you see Bobbin like grab you by the hand, and he's like, the guard post has said that the woman that was out there, she's outside. She wants to speak to you, Lord Raimondo. And he looks over at Theo. You know, that one of your girlfriends or something.
Someone's calling for alimony.
Girlfriends?
One of Theo's girlfriends? Or one of my girlfriends?
No.
Bobbin smacks his head again. He's like, "See what I have to deal with?" He looks over at Theo, and he's like, "It's one of your girlfriends, King."
Oh, okay. All right, the one with the nose or the one with the hair?
Oh my.
I don't know.
We'll start
Is he with
walking out.
multiple women?
We'll start walking out towards it.
You guys
You
leave.
see,
the-
Lord Raimondo
towards
is
the
loved
exit.
by.
Sorry, not towards. That sounded horrible. That was great.
That was
Lord Raimondo is loved by his people.
it.
Oh, perhaps they should learn about the teachings of Meetle. And Boots. Oh, yes, Boots.
Yes.
I don't like the sound of that.
That's the sound of me
There's-
changing the
Yes,
environment.
Grayson, you
Oh,
probably...
it sounded like a roll, and I was like, "What are you rolling for?
Yes,
It's a
Raimondo.
roll of death.
Why are we rolling?"
You guys go out to the like the battlement area as Bob and Quickstep, Theo, Grayson, and Eris all are going out to the ramparts. You look out across the ramparts to the horizon of the tree line that's out there, right? There's like, imagine there's like an open plain, right? If we look on the battle map, we can see it a little bit more, I think. Let's see if we can find it here a little bit. Yeah, it's past the big sword out here. Imagine there is a tree line back behind the farms out here. And in the tree line, Raimondo, make a perception roll. Or everybody can make a perception roll.
Oh, I'd love to.
Ooh.
Got a 15.
She's not trying to remain hidden, Raimondo, but it's... You think it might be the hag, right? That you met before?
Yeah,
She
I
looks
figured
like her.
such.
And then Bobbin looks at you. She says, was she good in the sack at least?
We're not that type of connected, you know. We're more into like the... And I just sort of like put my hands all over my face like she did to me.
What the fuck are you doing? As you
Yeah,
start putting your hands on your face. I didn't ask for a fucking mime show. She probably took one look at
That's
your
what we
feet
do,
and she
man.
got all
I mean,
hot and bothered by you.
Everybody's got their own thing. Leave me alone.
All right. He's like, Bobbin like leaves. He like goes down the ramparts. He's like, and he looks over at Morgwin. He says, keep an eye on him. What do, Raimondo? She's out there, and you see her gesture towards you, Raimondo, like this, like kind of creepily out in the tree line. She like kind of like gestures for you to come.
Hey, I'm just walking up.
You guys come down. You guys go out through the main gates and go see this woman. Correct?
Yeah, sure. If Raimondo wants us to follow, or he can go by himself, whichever one.
Well, I'm asking the party. Does the party just let Raimondo go by himself, or are we all going together?
The dog's getting fed.
I'll go. Raimondo.
He's not going by himself. No.
I'll
Morgan
walk with
goes-
them.
Theo?
Yes, sorry, I was reading something. I
How
will
dare
go with
you
the
read?
party.
How dare you, Theo?
How dare you read? What?
The party's not splitting up.
Nope.
Raimondo,
So-
would you like tooth?
Tooth.
Raimondo.
The woman is pretty attractive looking, right? But she's got something off about her. Like she has kind of like matted hair. She wears not like great clothing, you know. It's dirty, right? Like she's been around. She's definitely like she's a woman who probably mixes things together and spills things onto her aprons and her dress.
An apothecary.
This was
So
before
hot.
you joined us, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying, man, it was like all over us and everything, man.
He's gone. He's gone. Just us.
It's just us.
We know what's happening. We know what.
The woman, as you approach Raimondo, she's like, "So it is true, isn't it?
Yeah,
The orcs are dead.
that's true. Who's that?
Was the vision true?
Well, as true as it could be. Wasn't satisfying, I'll tell you that.
Did you find your friend?
Yes and no.
Not everything that's lost is supposed to be found.
I know it was emotional. It was hard for me to be able to leave there without having something physical to bring back. But what's there was much worse. Much worse than just cans.
I propose something to you, King. Shall you hear my proposal?
Can we... Yeah.
Can we what?
Connect a little?
My lord,
What?
perhaps we take this into more of a private setting.
We are private. She looks around. You guys are just outside of town, near the tree line. It's just you and her.
It's just... Go ahead.
Morgwin looks around. There's like some farmers, harvesting some pumpkins.
I think they're far enough away. Speak, woman. Tell us what you've come to say.
I propose a type of non-aggression pact between us.
We don't
Me
take
neither.
your tongue?
But
I say that you don't harm me, and we won't harm each other. In return, I will give you some sage advice from time to time, if you so wish to seek it.
It's interesting you felt you had to come here and ask for that without me even showing any sense of aggression against you. I mean... Logwin,
I'm sorry.
I
Milady,
don't think
you do know that you are hunted, though. Not by us, but you are.
we can protect her from that.
I think she can protect herself, my lord.
Why is she coming?
I think her compact is just. Means we can be allies. Is that not your wish, my lady?
I wouldn't go as far as saying allies. Let's just say an agreement to stay out of each other's business. And in exchange, if the king wishes, I will help him try to see things he cannot see.
I think
grins
she
a little
makes a
bit.
fair proposal, my lord.
Wait. When she says us, does she mean us six or the entire town of Kalion? Because I know Kalion is very important to you. What if she does something to the people around it? Something like that?
Speak up a little bit, Grayson. You're kind of quiet, buddy.
Sorry. Just consider the people of Kalion as well. If something were to happen to them because of her, you could also include that in you leave her alone and she leave all of Kalion alone. Do you see what I'm saying as well?
I think our friend makes a fair request. What say you?
I will not enter the walls of Kalion. I will honor our agreement, she says. Is these terms acceptable to you, King Raimondo?
Believe they darn well are.
She pulls out a knife, and she cuts her hand, and the blood
Nice.
begins to
Whatever.
trickle. And then she hands you the knife. She's like, do it. Let us make a binding of blood, then, to agree to this pact.
And she did which hand?
Her right hand.
So I guess I do my left,
You do your right as well.
right on right.
Yeah, that's how you shake hands, right?
Shake her.
Gotcha.
Raimondo is like about to cut his one hand, then he like kind of goes to the other, and then he takes
I'm
his
showing my intelligence.
Your other hand,
love
my
it.
lord.
He just nudges him wrong one. Like,
What do you
The
think,
other one.
Theo?
other one.
Theo, what are you thinking right now?
Your other right hand.
You're muted, buddy.
I'm thinking this is some like weird voodoo shit going on. Like people are like cutting themselves and talking about packs and stuff. I don't get that like a evil vibe from her, right? Like she's not giving off any kind of indication that would make me want to confront her, correct?
Do you want to use your symbol? Your ability to channel divinity or whatever it is? Not channel divinity, but divine sense.
Detect evil.
I mean, yeah, I can. I don't think she's celestial or whatever, but yeah, I can use that.
So you mark it on your sheet, right? Your
Yeah.
charge of divine sense, where you can sense out celestial fame, fiends, or undead.
I'm
Keep
trying
baby.
to.
You touch your symbol around your neck, the symbol of Metal,
Mhm.
and you get a sense. I'll even tell you what creature type it is if it works, right? As an aura begins to appear around the woman, right? Even
Okay.
with her disguise, Theo, it is not masked by the divination as you try to see how a god would see, right? Seeing through maybe the flesh of a creature and seeing who they are by the aura that they possess. She is a fae.
Okay.
So she's not humanoid, she's not, this appearance of a woman that she's looking at is not her true form. And she
Okay.
shakes Raimondo's hand, correct?
Blood on blood.
What do you think, Eris?
Watching this go down is just freaking weird.
Weird indeed.
Lawful neutral, baby.
You feel something connect between you two, Raimundo, as you do this. Like, you feel like if one of you breaks the pact in some way, something could happen. Right? As a blood pact. As you see her whispering stuff beneath her breath. Her handshake is unusually strong, Raimundo. As you've been like maybe a wrestler in the pits for some time, you know, you feel like this is not normal. Like this woman, you've never felt a woman's handshake so firm before. It almost feels like if she wanted to, she could crush your hand, right? And she kind of does it enough where you could feel that power. Like she does it enough around you, and with it she smiles, and she says something to you, Raimundo. Twin eyes of the south, look east towards hope, to hold power of the lamp, and force any wish. Do you wish to know more?
Just sort of staring at her tongue as she's talking to me.
You're thinking about chopping the tongue out and giving it to the chef?
And yes, tell me all.
Brothers of light and dark, prepare for war. For when she returns, the unblemished will be touched. And she jerks her hand away from yours. She says, this is all. Come see me if you wish to know more. And she turns away and starts to walk into the woods. What do you guys do?
That was quite strange. Who was that woman?
It's my girlfriend.
Oh. If only I had time to talk to her about Lord Needle.
Oh, God.
She ain't gonna want to talk to you about that stuff, my man.
Oh. Very well.
She's just all into this stuff, not into that.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't hurt to ask, you know.
I mean, it's kind of weird having you guys hanging around me while I'm doing that, but hopefully it wasn't too disturbing for you. I feel
You see Raimundo's hand, it's still like bleeding a little bit. The blood falls onto the rich soil that he created below Theo.
Now, what's next on the agenda? Now that we've, gained an ally and formed somewhat of a protection pact. Very odd one in that, but for our town, or your town, I should say, what's next on the list? No. Because if it were up to me, I kind of want to go shopping.
sure shopping in D&D.
We did have some merchants coming our way. I don't know if they're here yet or not. He looks over at the who's been helping you, Raimondo? What's the guy's name? The guy got your shoes? Bobbin.
You guys forget the short man the whole time? You're just like looking right over him the whole
So
time.
rude.
Guys?
I tell you,
I'm
man.
so bad with NPC names. It's terrible.
He's short in our
No
mind.
respect to my
Bob and
job.
Quick Step? You forgot my name? Lord
Oh, for
Raimondo.
fuck's sake. So, we heard there were other merchants coming our way.
So what's happened is you guys have walked back into Kalion. You went back through the main gates as the hag or whoever has gone into the woods back.
You
to
could have
wherever
at
you
least
guys
got
were.
her fucking name, you know.
Her name is my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
Okay.
As you guys approach Bob and Rondo, he's like, that was quicker than I expected. Did you make him watch?
Yeah, our lord likes to work fast.
Yeah, real fucking fast. I can tell.
Don't waste time.
Oh, God. What were you saying there, Lord Morgwin?
I think that we had other merchants coming around that were projected to be in town if they arrived.
Man, I don't know. There was these kobolds that were running a store down the street, and then the other guy, he wanted to stir up the dwarven shop, but he had to take off this morning. Morgan makes a roll, a d20 roll. And
I thought his wife was staying back.
His wife is still here.
Yeah, they never got to consummate that shit.
That's where I want to go see. That's where I want to go see. Is his wife?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the one.
That's
Oh, they're not here yet. Maybe in a day or two or something. Who knows? Maybe Raimondo can start writing in the sky again. Calling everybody out to fucking play or something. Maybe get his girlfriend's numbers or something.
Can I do that today?
I need the weapon. I need the weapon
Not
shop.
today.
Direction.
Oh, the weapon shop is right down the way there. He points down the street. It's just like right down the street, you know.
Let's go. Well, when we're done here, obviously, but that's where I want to go next. If you guys want to come.
You guys want to go shopping? So this is what I'll do is I'll kind of recap what's going on. Basically, the merchants, we'll roll every day, Morgwin, that we want to stay here in town. We want to wait for more merchants and things to show up. The merchants that show up, it'll be a die roll. But as Kalion is starting to get more renowned, the wizard school is being opened up. The wizard himself, he's an enchanter. The woman in town is also, the dwarven woman is also an enchanter. So that's 2 enchanters that can work on items. And they work for the crown, which is Raimondo. So if you guys want to buy or sell items, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. There's also, the map. There is the dwarven mine to the northeast that was in danger. That's what we were kind of talking about a little bit.
Yeah.
There's also the Forge of Retol, which is a few days away as well.
I think the mine is our next objective.
Yes, the mine could be a good source of income for workers, as well as metals and coal and such for us.
Oh god, the map of kissing folks that Grayson messed up my brain with. I can't not see it now, Grayson.
What?
Every time he brings up the map of Layla, it looks like 2 guys kissing.
Sorry, okay?
Eris makes
Or
a
square
religion roll.
dancing, one of the 2.
Religion? Sure thing.
We'll say the DC's 10.
2 guys kissing.
Cool. 18.
You said that one night. You messed up.
The rumor of how the continents of Zin came, or the world of Zin came, is when the 10 Titans, the War of the Titans began. And when the Titans fought one another, they died, and their bodies fell onto the earth of Zin. It can only be assumed that these 2 were Titans at one time that fell to the earth and died. So the world which we stand on is dead Titans, essentially. The mine of Nom Maldur is pretty far to the northeast. It's probably about a week or 2's travel. The mine used to deliver lots of trade here, Raimondo, to Kalion. And then the Forge of Retol is slightly to the northeast, or we can just go anywhere you guys want to go and do whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to try to find something or do something, you just let me know, and we'll trek off in that direction.
Shopping in the mines, guys? Shopping in the mines?
Well, the shops are, it's just a basic blacksmith shop. Like I said, we have 2 enchanters right now.
That's what I want.
We need a lot to enchant magical items. This is from Xanathar's. Each item's cost, for every 50 gold, it takes a week per enchanter. So enchanting an item, it takes a long time. It will get started, like if you want to enchant an item. It's possible. And of course, you can always try to send off people to the south to acquire items for you, right? And there are other merchants in town, but I'm talking like high-end magical merchants, not right now. But you can still hire people to go south, Grayson, to Oveanor, which is the capital of the elves, where certainly magic is much more bountiful there. Or you guys can travel to Oveanor yourself.
I
or do
understand.
whatever you want.
Mhm.
What do you guys want to do? And where do you want to go?
There you go. That's what I want. I'm going to approach the enchanters.
You guys want to do this? You guys want to do this in character or out of character?
We can do it out of character.
Okay. You want a dancing long? You want so? The thing is how we're going to do it, Ramundo, is every week.
Or when
Ramundo, how we'll do it every week though with the faction rolls is I'm thinking we'll roll like a D20 or something, and this is how many enchanters maybe will show up, like a D10 or a D20, probably like a D10. And this is how many people will be drawn into Kalion to the School of Magic here, as this is the only place north of, in the northern part of the Elven Kingdom, where outsiders will be able to practice magic.
Yep.
And people of those type of talent. And we can make more rolls and things like that too, depending on what you want to do. You guys can also hire people if you want to, like have hirelings and things like that, before we adventure off wherever you guys want to go. Morgwin, so you want to get a dancing longsword?
Short sword.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm using my enchantment creator, right?
Yep.
That I made. So I'm going to go to short sword for the item. And then I'm going to go,
Yep.
I think I have dancing, right? Is
Yep.
a enchantment ability. Dancing sword.
20
The
grand.
dancing sword is 2,010 gold. It takes
Yep.
40 weeks to make 40 weeks to make. That's artisan's work week to complete. So as we get more enchanters that come to Kalion, they'll be able to enchant this item more.
Yeah, it's a seed project. It's something to keep them busy and draw people here. It's a project.
Do you want to start paying them money and get it started?
Sure.
Okay, reduce 2,010 gold pieces.
Me, what I wanted to do, I just wanted to get 5 arrows, and I wanted to see if there's a way that the blacksmith could modify my quiver so that I can have more arrows than 20. Because I shoot a lot of arrows, and I lose a lot of arrows,
Yes.
and it'd be bad to only have 20 on a like a 5-day venture. So I
So
wanted to,
how it works is you can fletch your own arrows. You can create them using survival rolls.
okay.
So you can create additional arrows if we want to be hardcore rules about it.
Yeah.
How you
But-
gather the arrows is, I'm thinking just like a straight 50-50 roll. Either the arrow is recoverable or not recoverable. If you want to roll that on your own, if depending on how you want to do arrow recovery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm writing down, I'm going to make a new little tab in my Kalion spreadsheet of items being forged. Right?
Yep.
So I have dancing longsword, or I'm sorry, dancing short sword. And I'm going to put today's date, which is the campaign date of the date it started. Which is this date here. Right? And
Yeah.
so you have 40, I'm going to put also the time to complete, which is 40 weeks. But as we get more enchanters that come in, they
That
are going to
time
be able
goes
to...
down.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so it's already at 20 weeks because we have 2 enchanters working on it.
Right.
Cool.
It's a seed project, really, just to keep everybody busy. We've got tons of money. So I just took 2,002 gold pieces worth of gems out of the kitty, gave it to him. We still got tons of money. So it's not like a big deal.
This is your chance to... It sounds like this is what's happening. Because this is your last time to buy something before we venture off. Outside of Kalion, is that correct? Sounds like
Yeah.
you guys maybe want to swing by the gates of... maybe of the Forge of Rital, and then on the way, maybe go to the mine. You've heard that
Yeah.
the mine is infested by things, and that was what we were talking about with Neji, with the beast there. There's apparently a bunch of goblins there that are in control of a beast of some kind, or they're trying to tame a beast there. The mine is 2 weeks away. Anybody else want to buy anything, or
Oh yeah.
Anything
How much is this 5 arrows? I just needed 5.
you want arrows?
Yeah, just 5
Yes.
arrows. I just wanted to buy them now, just like I have a full quiver.
Yeah.
And like I said, is there a way that I can have more arrows in my quiver? Because it only has 20, and I don't know of any other.
Arrow
quiver.
is 5 copper pieces,
Okay. I'll take
so they're
that
really
away.
cheap. You can buy and put more arrows in your backpack if you really want to be hardcore about encumbrance rules.
Okay.
Right? You just can
Yeah.
hold, like, you have them in your quiver, which you can just draw from readily. But
Mhm.
I don't want to go too detailed into some of the game mechanics and things like that because we're not using the system yet. And most DMs don't enforce it anyways. It's just that you have arrows, and you can also fletch arrows too. It's a part of the crafting system if you want to be hardcore about it. You basically find branches and oak and things like that. You whittle them down with a knife. It takes time, but then you take feathers and things like that that you would have. But it's something like rangers do. It's about how to do it. You just have to use
Yeah.
a survival roll. The DC in the survival roll is like 10. It's not super high.
Okay, cool. Thank
It
you.
would probably take you an hour to do it if you really want to put a time limit to it. To
All right,
craft,
yeah.
like I'm saying, like to craft even 20 arrows. Actually, Grayson, if you really want to know about it, I researched this up with how they did it in medieval times. And how the medieval archers would do it is in a battle, they would just fucking throw a ton of arrows in front of them, the long bowmen.
Oh,
And-
yeah?
Yes, and then they would just grab them right off the ground and just start shooting up into the sky. And that's how they did it. I'm talking like they would probably have hundreds of arrows. And I forgot I don't know how many arrows they could fire a minute, but it was something quite a bit.
Yeah, it's shit ton. Yeah, I understand. All right, thank you, Aswell.
No
We'll
problem.
get
bud.
you a quiver of Air Luna soon enough.
Oh, isn't it? Oh,
We just need a bunch more mages to show up to make shit here.
Okay, I understand.
Theo, do you want anything? You're muted, buddy.
Theo is broker than a motherfucker, so absolutely not. He doesn't really carry money with him.
He's a pious man, right? He's just
Yeah.
a thrifty man or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, he's not materialistic. Like
Eris?
he only yeah.
I would like to probably try to like barter out the armor for like a studded leather instead of scale mail.
You
If
want studded
that's
leather.
yeah, instead of scale mail.
Yeah, this is something they can have on hand for you. It's
Okay.
studded leather. It's 45 gold.
Okay.
They have
And if I
Yeah, this woman is a little distraught because Dvalin and her were like connecting a little bit, and she doesn't want to leave Kalion, right? And
Mhm.
Dvalin, it's just like he came and they had like romantic time by the springs, and Dvalin is as a clansman, he's been called east back home to defend, the Grigwar peoples there, the clansmen there, and so she's a little down about that. But
Mhm.
she has lots of armor and arms available. And Dvalin and her were supposed to start up their own little, they wanted to call it Callaway's Castaways. So she's kept with that tradition, and she now calls it that. But unfortunately, it's gone. They also have a distillery and things like that here as well.
Okay.
Yes, so it's 45 gold pieces for the studded leather.
So if I wanted to trade on my scale mail for that,
Sure.
because scale mail, at least on here, is 50.
Yeah, this trade
Gold.
is just even. You're trading it right off.
Sure. Okay.
Theo, what are you wearing?
Chainmail.
Would you like some full plate mail?
If you are offering, then yes.
Actually, nuts if you get it.
I think perhaps you need to be wearing an outfit a little bit more fitting your disposition, sir. I've got
We
this.
paint it black first.
Oh, this one would probably want white all over it, though. You want it to be black? We could do that.
No. We paint it. We set it up nice for him. That's a joke.
Yeah. So you get some full plate mail, and that's one of the things that we found in the Drider room.
Okay.
So why don't we do this? You take the full plate, and I'll take. You said you had scale or
This
studded?
isn't any full plate armor. You guys know whose armor this is?
Whose?
No, it never got written down.
Vodos. What did Vodos's armor look like?
Oh yeah,
Oh, this is his armor.
it's silver, and the trim is light blue. He has one side is a pauldron that kind of triangles outward, kind of like for like a shoulder badge type deal. It was on his shield arm as well. That was his left hand. The other pauldron is empty, but it's mostly silver, and the chest piece looks like a Spartan chest piece. You know, it has the pecs and the abs on it, like.
Mhm.
But the trim is light blue.
The
kind of
Batman
like,
armor.
yeah, kind of like the Batman armor. Yeah,
Got nipples on it.
Got the
It
nipples.
does not have nipples on it.
Four of them.
But it's very shiny, very oily, and like I said, blue and gold trim all over it. But it's mostly silver. So yeah, there you go. That's the armor you're gonna be wearing now. God dang you, ass bog.
I'm just telling you what
Took his shit.
So you're gonna take that, Theo, and what are you trading us for it? What did you say? It's scale?
Chainmail. Chain.
All right.
You want to sell the chainmail?
Well, it's not mine anymore, so
So you guys can also keep stuff here in town, right? Like Ramondo
We'll put it
has
on
an estate.
consignment with the dwarf.
Consignment? You want to try to sell it off?
If she wants to buy it outright, or she can just take a percentage when she
She
sells
buys
it
it
to somebody
outright.
else.
She buys it outright for you for 75 gold.
75 gold. It's getting going on this.
hey,
it's going
you
on
said
this-
that was a plate, right?
Yes.
Plate
Full
mail
plate.
armor. Full plate armor. It's called plate armor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Vodos had 22 AC. Just letting you know that.
I'm looking for spiked armor.
You want spiked armor?
I gotta find spiked armor that
don't
uses
you wear
like
leather?
wooden spikes instead of like metal.
Oh boy, my armor class is looking spicy.
Yeah, we knew we'd help you out with that.
22 right now.
Yeah. If you're going to be the soaker, then you need to be soaking.
So I have a thing here, an enchantment called Spiked. Okay, it's a 50 gold piece enchantment, Ramondo. It would take the smith a week to make it. To get the type of stuff to do it, I guess. She probably has people helping her, so it'd probably take, I'm going to say, D6 days to do it. To actually make it for you. Okay, instead of a week, I'll say D6 days. It just costs 50 gold to put on spikes. And how it works is if you're attacking someone with unarmed strikes, they deal an extra 1d4 piercing damage.
Ooh.
That's cool. It's like Armor of Agathis. Or Hadar.
Armor
Like grappling.
How enchantments work in our enchantment system, it takes up an enchantment slot. Because this is like this is an actual enchantment. Not like a spell or anything.
Alright.
Is this something you're interested in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll the d6 now. They'll have it for you ready in 3 days.
Damn.
Because it's not like a serious thing. We're not talking about thousands of gold pieces like Morgwyn is spending, which would be an incredible sum of money for any commoner or farmer or anything like that, you know, or just mostly anyone. Like, this is 50 gold. It's more manageable, right? It's realistic. You're not trying to create magic, essentially.
Yep.
Like, magical items are so well made, they're not even supposed to be destroyed by, like, disintegration spells. You know what I mean?
Right. What did that cost you, Ramondo?
50 gold.
All right, so I'm just going to pay that out of... Don't pay that out of pocket. I'm going to take it out of the group kitty. So we just made 25 gold pieces from the sale of the chainmail that Theo had.
Awesome. They'll have it ready for you. I'm going to write this down.
In 3 days, we leave for the mines.
You want to stay here for 3 days?
And yep.
I'm trying to think too.
Ultimately, I think that's going to be the timeline. If that's going to be getting me my armor,
I'm trying to think
hopefully
too
that's
about.
realistic.
I'm trying to think too, Ramondo. I know you say you want to grapple things and stuff too, and I'm trying to decide because when you're grappling, you're doing unarmed strikes, so that's where the 1d4 kind of helps you out, right? This is 1d4 piercing damage.
Yeah,
plus
for like
your
a
strength
headbutt.
mod. Yep.
Nice.
It's just like you getting close and comfortable with creatures, and you're wearing a bunch of fucking spikes.
Nice.
Right? That's kind of the way I understand it. This is probably taken from one of these weird subclasses. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was that dwarven subclass, which has all the armor and stuff. They wear the special spiked armor. That's
Yeah,
where I
they
kinda
talk a
got
lot
this
about like the dwarves are the ones that wear it, like, which is why I was asking Devalion, like for it before he left. Like,
Or
so I'm
downside.
figuring his wife.
King Ramondo wants to
ex-wife.
stay here for 3 days while he gets his armor enchanted. Does anybody else want to do anything for 3 days? Where do you guys want to go? What do you guys want to do? This is also me as like we're kind of metagaming a little bit. Like, what kind of adventure do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go? Right now the mines is like a dungeon crawl type thing, right? It's kind of a mega dungeon, and it's going to be a bunch of big, baddie creatures in there. It's one of the new cool maps made by this pro map maker. There's also the gates to the northeast, but if you guys want to do something entirely different and you have your own little idea, we can just pivot and change. This is your chance before we venture off for weeks.
Bounty hunt or assassination, or we have to hunt this special monster or something. You know what I mean?
That's in the mines, isn't it?
There is a quest there, yes. But if you want to do something specifically, that was a Neji quest. Did Neji take the potions with him, or did he give them to?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I guess it'd be kind of stupid to have him take the potions, right? Like, if we're being honest, I'd say that he kept one for himself and gave the rest away. So I think he had 6 or 7, right? I think 7.
I think we just simplified it. We give 1 to each player if they want to use it.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a potion of lightning resistance, I believe. It's like a blue potion.
I wonder what kind of damage that beast will be doing.
Huh.
And I wonder, like if Neji heard about us going up to the mines, and if Neji knew that was where that beast was, would Neji want?
Neji's always
hire
listening,
us?
always watching. He knows everything.
But would Neji want to hire us to bring back the heart of it, so that just metagaming, the way that we do?
So, Grayson, there is kind of like a Slay the Beast type quest out there if you're interested.
Yeah, that's something that I would like to do. Just slay the beast. Maybe something with puzzles in it or something like that.
Sure.
As this is obviously like very much later in the game, probably, but I know we were talking about like something like a quest my character could do for themselves, like kind of to get some kind of armor or weapon, right? I was looking at the World Anvil page for Zin, and there's a hero artifact armor that looks interesting.
Yeah, this was kind of a concept that so I made that armor for my bro back when he played a paladin.
Marcus.
Yes. And the thing was, that was from our first game because he was bitching and moaning about not having armor or something like that. So
you can obviously change it up to make it like more balanced because it looks kind of fucking broken, which I feel like is the point. But
the whole point was, it was like, how could I give players this item that they take with them and that they can improve as it improves with them as they power up and level up. And actually, this came out with some of Critical Role stuff with trying to think of the source book. It's not Tal'Dorei, but it was the one before that. He came up with these items that like have these awakening properties.
Phase 0, Phase 1. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I would assume it's like kind of like a milestone kind of thing. Like when you do something, like you unlock its next power or something like that.
Yeah, and the conclusion is that this was a little too busted because I had another bitch about it.
It looks
so I was
busted.
like, all right, let's remove this item from Marcus, because this other player was bitching about it in our Curse of Strahd game. But basically what happens, Neji, is we have the enchantment system now, which is like 1,000 times better than that. So, you can get creative with that, plus or you could just tell me what you want it to be, and then you take enchantments and layer those enchantments onto the item.
Okay, because I don't think my character is really gonna have a lot of gold. I mean, we can just say like I get paid and I'll keep the money, but realistically, he's not materialistic. But if that would like make things kind of,
you're like, we're spending a few days around town. You're asking, you want to get some powerful weapons and armor, or something like that. Make it an investigation roll or a religion roll.
Okay, religion. All right. Yeah, I kind of figured he'd just like find all his stuff, or it'd get gifted to him.
The wizard, of course, is you're maybe helping the wizard remove some of the elven artifacts of these twin gods out.
14.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's high enough. Like the Forge of Ritul was named after the god Ritul, who is the Forge of the Smith. So this might be something left by like a god or some kind, like something where something is made or crafted.
Okay.
You know, you didn't roll high enough, so that's all I can tell you.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
As
Yeah.
I know I'm talking about that quiver, and I just looked at the enchantment thing, and I put on quiver. Morgan mentioned the quiver of. I forgot.
So how
Erlona.
Yeah, I don't know how would I go about having that item made, quote unquote. Because it's
so
not
like I
enchantment.
said, the Quiver of Aluna is. Let me take a look here. I have it as a passive ability. So this works. So just creates magical ammunition. This is from the Artifice Infusion. That's where I have it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you have. Oh.
Yeah, this is the repeating shot type stuff. What I'm trying to think is it's just extra dimensional space, and it's the question is like how do you deal with all the mechanics of that? You know, and how much do we want to nerf ranged? You know, attackers.
It just holds 60 bolts. That's the only really thing it does, and then it
60?
could hold.
Holds all sorts of different
For
stuff.
some
right?
reason, I don't have that enchantment in here because I have it as a passive ability.
Okay, it's a wondrous item. That's why. All right.
Oh, there it is. I got it. It's 1,000 gold. So what it is, it's just a container that's extra dimensional space.
Holds javelins.
It can hold 200 pounds. That's the way I have it.
Okay, nice.
So how it works is the item weighs 2 pounds. The extra dimensional space weighs nothing. I actually have it already programmed in your D&D, and it actually works. So you can actually want to add weight to your character. It costs 1,000 gold though to get forged.
Okay.
So they will make it for you. Or we can make a die roll, and again every week. How I do it in my other games, if you want to send a guy off to the south, and they could try to buy it for you there, it might be faster.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if that's faster, then we'll do the south because I'd probably want it now. I don't want to wait weeks for another quiver.
It might still take weeks to get, but it won't take like 40 weeks.
True. All right, I'll put a pin in it for now. And
you want to get it done or no?
Yeah, we'll get it done for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say there's a margin cost to it, right? So I'm going to roll a d20 to determine the margin cost. I rolled low, so 2. So I'm going to say it's actually probably only 1,100 gold to get the margin done. Okay. You want to pay it?
Morgwin, can I have some cash?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll dump 1,100 in gems. 1,100 out of the gems that we got from the Drider.
Mark it on the sheet.
I'm removing them now.
Okay. So I got this quiver here. Let's do this real quick. So this is the quiver that you're talking about. I mean, I try to have most of these items in your D&D. That's where I kind of started with this site, as I started putting all the spells and items and stuff in.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah, and I have the price of it. It's 1,000 gold. So like I said, that's the cost of it. So the merchant has to make a profit. So they're only going to charge you 1,100. And I'm not going to put a time on it, but the quiver of this thing. So how we'll do it, Grayson, is we'll roll every week on it, right? To determine how it gets here, right? I'm not going to be a ding-dong and say it gets lost or whatever. It will get here eventually.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to make it super hardcore where, you know, the elven roads to the south are safer, you know? And again, you're probably paying, you know, quite a bit of money. So again, they have like escorts and things like that go south with the money. Think like Wells Fargo type stuff, right? Back in the old Wild West where they had the stage coaches and the gold in this coach, and it's protected to a certain degree. Now, if you're traveling north and to the northeast, it could be more dangerous. All right.
All right.
Eris, do you want anything or just kind of chilling?
No. I'm just chilling.
You want to do any research or figure anything out while we're waiting for 3 days?
No, I think she's kind of just gonna walk around and really look at the area they're in. See how the life is.
If there are things you want me to do, like we can do some plant growth here. Like we can, like work on some agronomy stuff over there.
Workout.
Build up this place,
For the 3 days, I'll just hunt for food. Just hunt for food for the town, deers and stuff.
There are a lot of places in Kalion. There is, as you're looking around Eris, there is the Callaway's Castle Molds, where things are getting crafted. This is where you bought your armor at. There's Hellcrawl's Distillery, Perrin Farm, the Pumpkin Emporium, which is like the general store where the kobolds run it. The Road Ward's Rest, which is like the inn. There's some nearby springs which have healing properties associated to them. There's also like the Emperor's Sword, which is where the elves pushed the legend behind it. Let me see if I actually have some information on that. That's something you might be interested in. It said on the sword it's carved of granite, perhaps with the might of the wizards and dwarven craft. And it says, "The land of the living gods stop here and no further, or face the wrath of my blade for now." And it's dated. It's written by apparently the God Emperor, and it's dated from a few hundred years ago.
Okay.
And this is the thing. I don't know if you're checking it out.
200.
And that's the giant sword that's in the map too, that we can see, right?
Gotcha.
So we have this like in our Tailspire map. Theo is not really doing anything, so am I just going to push the time forward 3 days, guys, and Raimundo gets his armor?
He's going to research the teachings of how the boots comment. That's what he's going to do.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Fast forward, baby.
Yep, I'm just going to add it to the time. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I don't roll on the random encounter stuff, Raimundo. You know why? Because Kalion is pretty safe. Like with the orc tribe being killed, you've made a bargain with the hag. Any threat nearby, peace is finally returned to Kalion, right? It hasn't been a full... Now, how I roll the weekly rolls, it's now the 28th. So when we start off on a 0, so on the 30th is when I will roll the stuff. The faction rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have your armor made, though, Raimundo. It's been modified. So you can add that to your sheet. It has an enchantment on it. And how I simplify the enchantment process, if any item has any type of enchantment on it, I consider it magical for terms. So even though Raimundo's spikes are on him, his armor is now considered magical, if that's the way you want to consider it. So how it works is an item has an enchantment template attached to it. And if it has an enchantment template, it is considered magical. And so even silvering a weapon is considered magical. Cool.
All right. Sure.
You guys want to take off from Kalion, or are we going to stick
Yeah.
around some more, or what do you guys want to do?
Go.
Where do you guys want to go, and what do you want to do? Aerith,
To the
what
mine?
kind of adventure do you want to have? Do you want to just go investigate a mine?
She is gonna just stick wherever the party goes. She's been alone for way too long, so she's just happy to be with company.
To the mines, I say.
Cool. Morgwin?
Yeah. Let's head to the mine.
Okay. Raimundo?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta head for that mine. I'll carry conjure animals to be able to conjure up some... Well, we should actually just buy horses and stuff, right?
Do you want to buy horses, like real horses?
Yeah, I think that we have to do that to try and shorten up the trip if we can.
Does the king really need to do that, though?
Shouldn't
Talking
they
about-
give us like some loaner horses?
Do you want draft horses or riding horses?
Riding?
I don't have handle animal. I do have a +1.
It's 75 gold piece per riding beast, not including... So when the king buys something, they do not charge the margin. But they still charge you for the cost, Raimundo.
Good.
Damn.
Within reason,
So we're getting five. We're getting 5 horses.
Well, you're going to have to get 6 because we don't have the other guy here, right?
Right.
All right. Socrates isn't here.
Spartacus.
That's what I'm calling him. Socrates, Spartacus.
75 by 6.
$450.
Yep.
Damn.
You want to get it?
I said we walk. Fuck. Get a carriage.
Yep.
Get a carriage again. Why are you buying horses? Get a carriage. We did
It's
that.
easier to traverse up to the mountains or
Yeah,
to the
they
mines of the
dragging
mountains
the
without
carriage.
a carriage.
Yeah, but D&D always screws you when you buy horses, right? Because then you get to the place you're going to end up being, or you end up getting into combat, and you're like, run, horse, let me fight these guys, and then you're out of $75 for the horse. But
Hey, you
yeah,
wanna-
we can.
So how we do it in the other game, though, Morkwin, is to have hirelings. You want to have hirelings, watch the horses and things like that?
Now we gotta buy an extra horse for that guy.
That's true. Do you want Bob?
Now we got to pay more for dudes.
Well, yeah.
Well, here's the question. If we take horses, how much are we shortening the trip between here and the mines?
That's a good question.
I'm going to say you guys can travel twice as fast, just if you want me to simplify it. So it's 2
Okay.
hours a day on the hex map.
The longer you wait,
Alright.
the shorter you wait for that enchantment to finish.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so I'm taking 450 gold pieces off for horses. We all got horses. Name your horse. Everybody horses need a name.
What's your name's Morgan?
So that's coming out of the. I don't know. I'll think about it this week. We'll pull that out of the 10,000 gold that we got for selling the Dwarven artifacts.
Morgan just did the classic D&D move where he says, everybody do this, and then he doesn't do it.
Yeah, I know.
My horse's name will be Davalia.
My horse is gonna name Jaw.
What about Jaw? What about yours,
Jaw.
Theo? What would your first name be?
Theo the second.
Theo the second?
Yes.
Okay. Eris, what would your horse name be?
Well, that's funny because I'm looking at my fantasy name generator and it's not generating any names, so pending.
Pending is the name. That's the.
Pending.
Pending for the moment.
No,
I think Pending would
Asbog.
be a pretty cool name.
Asbog. In one more level, I will be able to ride Tooth
Sounds awesome.
Oof.
as a mount.
Nice.
So one more level. Just one more.
Cool.
And then you can pay us $75 to get rid of the horse. I'm kidding. I don't care. It's
Okay,
it's imaginary money. All right, we paid for horses. Off the list.
Let's roll up some random encounters. Are we taking off from Kalion? You say our farewells. Bobbin says he's going to take over. He's going to look over the city. Ramundo.
I should give him some more money. I'll
Well,
give him
Yeah, what do
another-
you got on you?
I'm going to give him another 100 gold.
Are you going to tax anybody? Are we collecting any taxes?
Yeah, I think I have to put him in charge. Him and the dwarf in charge of creating a tax for the town.
What do we think? 10% of all goods sold?
Not-
I think that's a little high, right?
You get 9%.
5%?
Actually, 10% isn't bad.
How
That's
would
No,
pretty
you-
10%
normal for New
fair.
York.
I mean,
That's pretty normal for
That's-
New York, so that sounds about right.
right, we're not doing income tax. We're not building an IRS here. So, you know.
Why
no,
not?
I'm a little older. I missed the 7% sales tax. As well,
I know.
I'm going to say what's happened is right now what I have is I have 20 guards. The city of Kalion has a population of 2,000 people roughly. That's the way I have it written down. I'm saying with the population, we need 1% of the population to be guards, apparently. So the guards are already fully populated. So the town is properly being watched over, essentially, right? Now, if you want to increase that amount, that's up to you. So right now, what we have is we have 20 guards and 1 veteran. The veteran is Bobbin. Okay? Plus, we have the mage there, but this is stuff that is just in direct control of you, Ramundo, and therefore it comes directly out of your pockets. But now that you're saying, hey, we want to institute the taxes, you set up a tax policy over the 3 days, and Bobbin and these guys are they're like the sheriff of Nottingham. They go around and they collect taxes and make sure things are being taxed. And how we do it is I have a business chart. Certain weeks are going to be good. Certain weeks are going to be bad. And some weeks you're going to make money, and some weeks you're not, just like any business. But you want to have a coffer, essentially a treasury back at a town where they can draw money out.
Right.
Right now, the guards cost 280 gold per week. The veteran costs 70 gold per week. So that is a total of 350 gold. I'm also saying you have a guild hall, right? Where you guys can store items, things like that. Like I said, you've made Kalion safe, right? People are not going to attack Kalion per se. So the stuff put in the guild hall, for all intents and purposes, is pretty safe. Like you have Bobbin there, like you have guards. They know who King Raimundo is. And you have allies, like this mage is there. I'm just trying to put things into perception for you guys of what's going on.
I appreciate it.
So that's 400 gold per week to maintain things. Now, like I said, but we will roll the tax roll. So it's up to you how much gold you want to leave behind if taxes come up short for the week, or they come up good. And I'm going to be a nice guy. We can roll with advantage on the faction chart for Kalion.
All right, that works.
But you still would. I'm just saying, as we saw with the double ones earlier today, bad luck can still happen, and you don't want the coffers going dry and the guards not being paid, right? And you guys are gone for weeks on end, and you just forget about it because Raimundo is prone to forgetting things.
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll leave. How much did you have? How much did you give them earlier, Dan? Raimundo?
What do you mean, give them earlier?
You gave somebody money earlier.
What, Bobbin? Yeah, a while ago.
I have no money. I have a column in my chart called bank/paid. The number is 0.
All right.
There's been no money.
I'll put 1,000. We'll put 1,000 gold pieces out of our kitty into keeping them going for a few weeks. Hopefully, they'll be able to make up for some of that with sales tax.
There we go. Isn't running D&D
so that will
Town Simulator so awesome?
Yeah.
This is actually
I love
kind of
playing
like a higher...
Civ 5.
Yeah, this is kind of
it's like playing Civ. Yeah.
I have my Excel spreadsheet. I can share it with you guys and give you guys information. Like I had other players, they wanted to start up farms, their own businesses. This is an option which you can use to spend gold with, and as the more money we push into Kalion, the more prosperous it will become, obviously, right? It's just like
until the goblins come and burn it down, we're good.
Well, I'm going to say it's pretty well protected.
That works. Yeah.
I'm going to say there's ramparts, the guards are there, like there's a veteran there, and you've killed the Black Moon tribe. Now, if we roll and the darkness comes, well, that changes things, right? So that's
but everything's fucked when the darkness comes, so it doesn't matter.
So on top of that, on top of the 1,000 gold that he puts into the coffer, I give Bobbin 1,000 silver because I've been handing out silver to everybody.
Sure.
He can look at him like, this is your bag of kindness. If people are short a little bit, you feed out of that. If you're short a little bit, you feed out of that. I'll be back.
What kind of a man do you think I am? This is just a week's pay, Lord.
Like I said, if you're a little short, you take out of that. You shouldn't be.
Who you calling short?
Oh, did I use that word again?
Motherfucker. So, okay, let's head off. Are we ready to take off, you guys?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. So we're moving pretty quick. Let me put up the grid chart for this place, too. So I'm pulling up my Layla grid chart to determine how far we want to go. Do we want to swing by the Forge of Retool, yes or no?
Yeah.
What comes out, like, what's good about going there? Like, do we get anything out of that, or is that just like a... Is there a fetch quest there?
Unknown.
Oh, good.
Someone made a roll earlier, and they rolled a 14, so I told them what it's about.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Theo wants to go.
On the way
Are we
back.
going? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away. On horseback, it's 3 days away.
Do we know anything about the forge? Like,
Is it out of the way?
who currently resides there, or?
The thing about this land, Theo, is like we're on the edge of the wilderness. Things have been lost and forgotten.
Okay.
Things are coming back, though, thanks to you guys. Unfortunately, you rolled a 14, which was just, I gave you the information.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm still interested, and I feel like we'll get something. I feel like the party will probably get something out of it if we go to.
Every day we roll, I'm going to roll 3 rolls a day, like I do in the Tomb of Annihilation game. If I roll an 18 or higher in my D20, that's when the time of day the encounter will occur. And we do it on 3 days. The encounters, unless it's at night, we encounter them on horseback. Whatever the encounter may be, correct?
Good.
Okay, let's roll it up. This is day number 1.
By the way,
yeah.
oh no, nothing. It's not important. I thought there
No,
was
say
gonna be
what?
No, I was doing the math, and there was a 1/20th of 1% chance that Grayson rolled double ones.
It's like
It was literally
1 in
point.
100 times. Yeah, it was like a 1 in a million or something like that.
It's 0.05% chance, or 0.0005.
Damn.
Yeah,
Jason.
thank you so much for doing the math. I really appreciate it.
Like,
We
it
need
was
that pinned on like a cork board somewhere. Can
Oh,
we
wait,
get those
we've got-
stats? Can we get
Who
those
you can,
stats
man.
somewhere
We've
on
also done
the
3.
Zid?
The 3 straight
That-
one.
That was worth what? 20,000 gold.
I think 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah, there's $5,000 a roll there.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry guys.
Roll a D8 Eris. I roll a natural 20 on the first random encounter as we leave.
Oh boy.
oh! Don't forget the random encounter that I did last time.
Well, let's roll it up. Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. 7. Best of luck, boys.
All right,
Wait,
let's put out the encounter. I'm going to just say what happens is we're all on horseback. 6 basilisks charge the party.
Basilisks?
The
Oh.
basilisks have a large gashes across their sides, and several claws appear to be missing between the group. I have to set up the encounter.
Oh, this is it, guys.
I have D8 encounters, random encounters, by the way, guys.
All right, this is it, guys. They're basilisks.
No, they're
This
fine.
is
We're fine.
supposed
We
to be
got this.
difficult.
It's okay. It's fine.
They have petrify.
Yeah.
You don't have greater restoration.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I'm doing the damage. I'm.
That doesn't matter. Our constitution probably isn't that good.
A little bit of fighting that never hurt anybody.
Yeah, we killed the dragon. Don't worry. 5.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
Morgan,
put us.
did you hear what we're gonna go against?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Random encounter Tesseract, right?
What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen? We're all gonna get petrified?
Let's roll the Tesseract
Oh,
real
we're
quick.
fucked.
We're fucked, dude.
I have to set up the encounter, guys, so it's going to give me a minute.
Seems like they're injured.
But that doesn't take away from their ability to petrify us.
Don't look at them. You're fine.
Don't look at their eyes. Avert your gaze.
That's.
Dude, I can't look at them. What do you want me to do then?
Well, you can look at their legs.
It's.
No.
Look at their legs. It's fine.
Look at their junk.
Dude, the way
I think that would be scarier.
I TP.
Eris fits right in here.
Tee.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
Trying to figure
We
this out.
are ready.
No, we're not.
Do they technically count as a person if I cast hold person? That is the
Oh,
question.
no. They're not
No,
humanoid.
I had an argument with my
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
he's a satyr, so he's technically a fae, and he won because he was rules luring me. I was like, I casted whole person on him, but he said,
But he's not a humanoid because it's a fae.
And
I don't
looked-
I don't
he's-
like that. They have like pulled out a like what is looks like a velociraptor for the template model for this, so I don't like that. I got to change it.
No. Oh fuck.
So who's dying tonight? Where's our Deadpool guys?
I say you, Morg. You're Bard.
It's close.
Theo maybe. Theo might just run in.
Nah. He ain't gonna
He's
die.
like, I don't want to die.
He not dying.
Just hold your shield up this way, Theo.
Yeah.
It goes. this
No,
way?
AC 15, bitches.
Also, as I asked a question in the chat, if you saw.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm still
Okay,
setting
no
up this
problem.
encounter.
You're
Yeah,
good.
man. He's busy. Maybe go calculate some more percentages.
I don't know. Why don't you roll poorly and make us lose 10,000 gold again?
Damn, why you gotta hurt
no!
his feelings like that?
Shade.
Don't beat him up over it.
I think he
We
was
don't have
actually
to
part of
relive
the
it.
3 straight ones that caused one of the party members to die, wasn't he?
Who?
No.
Oh, now
No,
you're
it's
busting
prob-
my balls, right?
It's- Oh no. Oh no.
And let's find out what is more
ghost
statistically
hunter was not
improbable:
long for
3
this
nat
world
ones
anyway.
or
What you call it? Not Neji anymore. Theo, your question. It's innate, so it's not going to use your spell slots up until.
Okay. Okay, so I'll have 3 uses of it while I have.
And technically, if it's not part of your prepared spells, you can't use it after the innate.
Right.
Like I can't use Beast Sense twice because I only use it once with my ability.
Right. It's a spell like ability, but it's not a slot.
Yes.
It's
Correct.
like if you have Fey touched as a feat, you only get to use it once.
And then it's done.
Right.
Gone. It's not even part of your prepared spell list. It's just there to help you know that.
Right.
Wait, so yeah, okay, so I can use it up to my proficiency bonus per long rest.
Yes. And then after that, if it's not a prepared spell, you can't use it.
Right.
I don't follow.
How
Oh.
about we have Eris roll a d20 to determine how far away we see these creatures coming in at us?
Let's just be a 1. Oh, it's a 6.
6 feet.
I'm gonna put you guys in a little bit of a disadvantage situation.
Social
then.
distance.
I'll put you in a little bit of a disadvantage then. Morgan will give him back here. Ramundo will be here.
Here it comes.
Well, I'm just trying to get things still kind
I
of
don't think Grayson
organized.
knows what a basilisk is, so
You will now.
I know, but I'll have to.
I need to get your model in here. Theo, do you have your model linked?
I bought it on Hero Forge, so if it's automatically like because my account is linked, right? So
You just
I
have to
already-
attach it to
Is
the.
it called Mongrel Sunder?
figure.
That's
what?
That's mine. That's mine.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the original name, Mongrel, but I
I
changed
got
it
an
to
unnamed guy. That's other guy. I don't see your model in here.
I see him.
Oh, you just clicked him in? I just saw something get
Yeah.
linked.
I just clicked him in. Yeah,
What's the name of him?
it's unnamed,
Oh, they're
but it's
unnamed. Awesome.
hard
job,
to miss.
buddy.
Hard to miss though. It's a
Yeah, I got you.
big shield. Okay,
So I'm just linking you in right now.
sounds
So make
good.
unique. And let's also give you permission. Neshi, there you go, buddy. So there's your guy. You guys can see
Augers.
Theo's model here too.
Oh, would you look at that,
Switch
guys?
it.
I'm a-
So Theo's model is pretty awesome looking. And it kind of fits too now that you have like full plate on. Hooked up by
Yeah, well,
Fortune's Folly.
I'm gonna have to change the model a little bit to make it more reflective of plate.
So I put you sort of, we rolled a 6, so I put us in a little bit of a disadvantaged position to challenge you. The 6 basilisks are here,
Yeah.
right? And you guys are here. For some reason, my auto initiative thing is bugged. So you guys have to roll initiative.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Cool,
I would
cool.
automatically roll it.
I got 4.
22.
Oh, we're doing initiative. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Wait, did you say 6 basilisks?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
13. 13
If
for
she rolled a
initiative.
7, so this was the random thing that she pulled.
Oof.
I have them as crocodiles, but they should be called basilisks.
It's okay. We understand what they are.
The power of imagination is incredible.
There are 7
goes-
crocodiles.
Tooth is a summon. He goes last. So we have Morgwin rolls an 18. We have Grayson rolls a 13. Theo rolls a 4. He goes probably last. Eris rolls. Ramonda rolls
22.
a 19. He goes first. And Eris
I rolled
rolls
a 20.
22.
Mhm.
Eris actually goes first, so I got the initiative like this.
Okay.
I'll roll with these guys. So I'm fighting a 22. I can't win because I have a -1 dex. So but we use alternating initiative like this. So this is what it
Does that
looks
20
like.
on my die give me inspiration?
Yes, it does. You should have inspiration because I gave everybody inspiration for Christmas, which Grayson could have used on the roll that he fudged so hard.
Hey, you always tell me you only can put it after the roll. I didn't
You
know.
can only
I
do it
was-
after the roll. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a pretty important fucking roll, though.
Hey, okay,
Probably want to use it.
you
for
roll
that.
it next time.
10,000 gold. Hey, Morgwin Fortune's Folly.
Yep. Folly. Folly indeed.
Give me a second here.
Hey, isn't that's the model for Vodos' shield as well? By the way.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is.
Let's
How
go.
fitting.
0.000125.
Eris is up first. You're across this river. You're trying to cross the river with the horses. I don't have the horse models out. I think you guys, if you really wanted to, you can actually create a model on your forge with horses, by the way. Like a mounted model where you can toggle it back and forth. I'm assuming you have to you are on the horse as these creatures are coming down from the mountainside to attack you. Let's actually change the light up too. It's a little dark. So let's change it like this. A little brighter out.
Oh, Jesus.
Oof.
What do you want to do?
Jesus.
I'm gonna bless Morgwin, Grayson, and Ramundo. And I just put it in the chat because it's easier for me to remember.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it for my turn. I think she's gonna do some movement. How is the movement when we cross the river? Is it
It's
doubled or is it?
double speed? Double, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just move up here.
You can't move it. You'll be in the lake. I'll just move you into the lake. You can only move
Oh, sure.
15
Okay.
feet or half your movement like that.
Gotcha.
So you're
What's the
actually,
speed
if
of a
we
horse?
want to, I can float you like this. If you want to make it even more realistic, I can grab you like this. So you're kind of like swimming out like of the water like that a little bit.
You could drown her. I don't care. It's fine. Either way, it works.
Crocodile-sized basilisk is up. Let me take a look at these guys.
Oh, motherfuckers.
Riding horses have a speed of 60.
Yeah, but she's just. Oh, you want to be on the horse?
Yeah. I was trying
okay,
to cross on the horse. Sorry.
My bad. So
I should
yes.
have clarified.
So let's take a look here. I think this was 40
Okay.
feet across, so they can move 30. So you just move up a little bit farther because the horses, they're treading with the water. Though I'm saying you guys can cross it. That's why you're crossing the river right now.
Gotcha.
Let me move this guy. We're up here. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. Okay, he's this one. These guys have a speed of 20, actually. They're pretty slow. Let me move them back. So he moves up to here. And he's not close enough, so he's going to use the rest of his move to move up a little bit farther. So he takes the dash action like this. Now in the action point system, we can use 3 action points, so I can move him 3 times. It's like he actually move up to Ramundo, but he's not going to. Ramundo is up.
He's right in front of me.
Yeah, one of them is.
All right. Shit.
The basilisk is missing some stuff. You know, it has large gashes across their sides, and several claws appear to be missing in the group. The basilisk is the pounding as it charges forward towards you, Ramundo, is heavy. Clawed feet resound across as the beast charges at you. Crimson spines sprout from its back, seemingly random length and interval, encompassing everything from its scaly brow to the tip of its gnarled tail. The beast's 8 clawed feet churn the ground as it moves clumsily towards you, right? It doesn't move very quick, so it's like it has all these legs, and some of the claws and stuff are missing, Raimondo. And it has deep blue eyes that seem to glow as it whips its head around, and it has spittle that flies when it opens its mouth, revealing a row of ragged, pointed teeth.
Well, I'm gonna run at it and attempt to shoulder spear it.
Okay, do I have to make a dex save or something, or how does it work? Do you make an attack
So
roll?
I'm going to be attempting to grapple it. So I believe it's an opposed grapple,
Yep, I rolled a 15.
and I roll with advantage. On you. Nice.
So I
Poorly.
beat you. So your grapple check fails. So how it
That's
works
my
is
action.
no. So how it works is each attack that you have is a grapple chance. So how many attacks do you have? Just one.
Just one.
Okay. So if you had more than one attack, you could try to grapple it twice, right?
Okay.
Cool.
But I have a bonus action, so I'll
Okay.
bonus action Shillelagh.
You take your what is it? Your ever burning torch, and you cast a little magic sigil onto it, and you fling it in front of the basilisk, and it stares right at you. These basilisks are just kind of out of, position a little bit. This one moves up to here. Now, as you move up to it, you get within range. It uses its petrifying gaze on you. Make a saving throw.
What type?
Saving throw. A con save.
20 on the dicer.
You get inspiration as well. As you
I had it
resist the
already.
effect of being petrified. It can make this act. So how this attack works, when it tries to petrify you, it has no recharge. It can just do it all the time, and you are not immune to the effect, even if you save. Morgwin's up.
Okay.
You're on your
So
horse.
how do you do mounted combat? Can I do the full move of the beast and still take an action of my own?
So it's like a move and an action. That's how I'm going to do it.
Okay. And you're using the water as cutting down 30% so I can move 40 of the 60?
It's half speed. It's just wind
Okay.
speed, right?
All right.
It's considered difficult terrain.
All right.
So 30.
So
So it's
the
kind of
horse
like you're
moves
kind of like you're with
60, I
Eris,
can move
right?
30. All right. So I'm going to cast Mirror Image,
Okay.
and I will move the movement of the horse.
This is kind of where I got you like this, right?
Yep.
Cool. You got mirror image up. You kind of have to remember mirror image a little bit yourself. You have to roll the dice yourself if it
Yep.
hits you.
Now, the
it's a
planning
targeted,
behind that
the
is
targeted
that-
effect would not work against you too, so that works as well, right?
Right, that's why I
Cool.
cast it.
Awesome job. The other croc's up, moves up 20, and it's not as close as to move just full move like this. So Grayson's up. Grayson's actually, I put you a little bit out of position, so you're already across the water, right?
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Grayson is going to ready his bow, pull back, and shoot the one that is coming versus the one that is.
You can use the M key, right? And you can target that one. So, like, you want to hit this one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the way we do when we mark it with the players, is you can use the M key, the AoE tool, to mark particular creatures. Now, what I'm going to do eventually is I'll rename these guys to, like, Creature 1. Or, Basilisk 1 or something. Like this. And so you hit the tab key, you'll see now the one in front of Raimundo is called, like, Basilisk 1. And the number 1 represents the creature number of the creature.
Good. But for now, I'll attack that guy. So you just let my engage them. I'm going to shoot one.
Okay, roll it up.
29 to hit him.
They have an AC of 15.
Oh, that does it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
7 piercing. That guy. And
Okay.
then one more arrow is going to be pulled back.
You draw your arrows back again across the lake. You're on your horse.
I'm a sharpshooter. -5, but +10 to damage.
Roll it up.
Oh, of course. Of course I do. I get a 10.
So you miss with that one, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you draw your arrow back too much. The wind of the river and the mountains blow the arrow a little off kilter. It lands onto the rocks right over here.
Yeah.
So each arrow that you shoot, you roll a D50, but I'm assuming like when we're on the road and stuff, you can replenish your arrows as we go along. So you don't need to keep track of your arrows, really. It's not that big of a deal. This crocodile's up. It moves another 40 up. Moves like over this way as these guys are just charging down from the mountainside at you. Theo's up.
Okay, so we're using action points, right? I'm gonna do some stuff.
You want to use the action point system, buddy?
All right, so I'm gonna use one action point to. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. One to dash.
How it works is each action. There's no dash action in the action point system. So how it works is you move like this. You move 30. That's one action point. You move another 30 to get probably up to the Basilisk, and then you use one attack to actually attack the Basilisk.
So
You on
okay.
horse?
So I've got a quarterstaff, which means I want to know if I can use vault here and just leap over the river.
Well, I'm just saying you could run across with the horse if you want to use the action point system.
Oh, cool. Okay, I figured.
So I've told you, like, you've moved up, you have your sword out, and you're charging down at the Basilisk with your sword. You get one attack.
Okay.
That's the end of your turn.
Okay. Instead of attacking, can I just take the dodge action?
No, because the dodge action takes 2 action points.
Oh. Okay. Well,
You
I
want
was
to move
going off
back?
of
Do you
your
want me to
D&D.
move? Yeah, I
My
can
bad.
move back here. So
Then I'll just attack then.
if you want to
fine.
dodge back here, you can do that. Otherwise, you can again fully move up and attack.
Yeah. I'll just move up and just attack.
Sure. Now, I think if you get like the feats like mounted combatant and stuff like that, you can actually attack with advantage while you're mounted.
Hmm.
Look at Grayson going there.
So I'm still on my horse, right?
Yeah. So you just do
Can
a
I-
regular attack.
Is there any advantage to staying on or getting off?
You have faster movement while you're on the horse.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I guess I'll stay on. All right.
But they can attack your horse too, you know? So the horse can be a thing.
Okay.
You roll a 10, so their AC is 15. It's pretty thick and scaly. This crocs up.
Okay.
That's the end of your turn, so you use 3 action points there. This one moves up to this. You're within range now of 30 feet, so you have to make a con save DC 12.
Okay.
Theo.
Got it. 14.
You pass, so you resist it. This other Basilisk is up. It moves up another 20 like this. And then does it on Raimundo. Raimundo makes a save again. DC 12 con.
I'll use
He gets
You
he
have
gets
bless.
plus he gets +3.
Yes,
think.
from the being in the aura within you, right?
Yep.
So you get +3 to the save. Raimundo.
He's within 10.
going-
Yeah, he's within 10 feet of me.
Hello. I'm going to use my inspiration for advantage.
Awesome, dude. Roll it up. What it's for.
And I get the extra
fail.
plus
Oh,
3
you
from him.
pass. You
Yeah.
pass because of the aura of Theo. Theo, how did you see Raimundo beginning to start turn to stone? What do you say to prevent it from happening, Theo?
I grab the kind of holy item around my neck, and I just kind of like whisper something to myself. What that is, I don't know. I'm so bad at making shit up on the spot. But like, I just whisper something to myself, and it kind of just like swings the other way, like midair. Like whatever
Awesome.
it is, I don't know what's
You
coming.
see
at
the rigid, your feet begin to harden a little bit as these basilisks begin to stare right into you, Raimundo, and they look into your face as they start charging down from the mountainside, and as he says a prayer to you, you resist the effect, and your feet return back to flesh. Toof is up.
It's got to be the shoes, Theo.
Toof is up,
Ah.
Grayson.
the shoes.
Toof is going to. Grayson's going to look at Toof. He's going to point at this Basilisk right here. This one.
Yeah.
And he's just going to say, "Bite him with your tooth!" And he smile a little bit and 2's going to charge and use a bite action on the.
What's his speed?
His speed is 30.
So he flanks him, right? Gets a +2 to hit.
Okay, let me see what his hit is. Sorry, give me a second. His to hit is +3.
He has to roll a 10 or higher on the die.
15 +2.
Need some damage rolled up. This one
Right.
is untouched.
His bite is 1d6. Be 3 points of piercing.
Every bit helps. Eris is up.
Oh,
Remember,
+3.
certain people are blessed as well. And if you're
I'm-
blessed, you get a bonus to those saving throws.
Nice.
Eris is up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
You want to stay in the
And-
water like this? The horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to cast and then move.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at this, the one in front of Raimundo.
Okay.
And that's a
Natural 1.
fuck.
How it works is you hit the lowest AC creature. What's 2's AC?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. His AC is 17.
What is Raimundo's AC?
Lower than that.
So roll to hit Raimundo's AC as you hit him right in the back as you roll a natural 1.
Eris took my position as the sniper.
You hit it, so you hit Raimundo, do damage against Raimundo.
Take 8 damage.
You roll kind of low. Raimundo takes 8 radiant damage as you sort of miscast it. The Basilisk sees your attack coming, quickly dodges out of the way, dashes within the space right up next to your shield, Theo, and you see this bright spark of light hit against Raimundo's back. A familiar feeling for Raimundo as he was almost killed by Morgwin before with the same similar attack.
I
Next
spooked my
attack
horse.
on
I'm
him.
gonna jump off and then make movement over here.
Dismounting is an action.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Half
It's
your movement.
fine. It's fine. We'll just say you can dismount. It's fine.
Half your movement. Action.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
all right.
fine.
Well,
It's
this,
fine.
Yeah.
Because dismounting, it's not a big deal. Mounting might be an action. Dismounting, it's not a big deal,
Okay.
guys. Basilisk is up. It snaps at Raimundo with 1 attack. I roll a 19,
That'll hit.
and so I'm using my new little system here. It rolls the damage right after I do the attack roll. You get hit for 7 piercing and 7. Let me take a look to see if there's a saving throw. There is not. You take
Okay.
7 piercing and 7 poison damage.
Okay.
How you doing, Raimundo? Are you bloodied?
Almost.
Raimundo's up. Did you feel the poison course through your veins?
All right.
It's actually kind of a tough fight.
Yeah, it is. It's not very nice.
There was some fights were not easier and some fights were harder, but Eris is calling down the doom, of all these random encounters on you.
It's all her fault.
Let's blame Eris.
Yes.
Eris
I
for her
thrive in
chaos.
chaos.
We all do.
I think we're gonna use the random. I think we're gonna use the random encounter roll for the Toon game that's coming up, Eris. Since I rolled a natural 20, if I don't roll again, we'll roll another natural encounter after this. Go ahead, Raimundo. What do you want to do, bud?
All right, so I'm basically just gonna drop a spike growth in front of us, in front of Theo and I, like that.
Yeah. It's a pretty awesome spell, I think, right?
Yeah, basically it becomes rough terrain for them,
Uh-huh.
and they'll take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet of movement that they take, and their movement is halved.
So they don't really want to move that much through this.
Yeah, so
They
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
do
get cut to
that,
shit.
and then I'm basically just gonna turn around and look the other way. I fucked up last run and didn't dismount, to shoulder spear, because I would have had. I can't shoulder spear on a horse.
I'm just going to say you're dismounted,
already
buddy. It's not a
across
big
the-
deal.
Yeah, I was already across the river, so my horse is back there, but I
Sure.
just sort of turn around and go, avoid the gaze if you can. I slowed him down, pick him off. And I'll stay put.
with the spike growth there. So how you can turn this into a permanent effect, Raimondo, is you should be able to right-click the ball at the end of this. And maybe I could... so I'll redo it again for you. So you have it kind of like... I think you kind of had it like this. Unfortunately, you kind of catch Tooth in it too a little bit, right? Or you don't want to... You want to get this guy too,
Tooth
right?
is flying, right?
I don't think so. He's waddling around.
Tooth can't fly yet. One more level.
So I'm going to turn this into an effect like that. So now it's a permanent effect on the battlefield, right?
I mean, if that's the case, I would definitely just do the 4. And I would keep the one that is on Theo and I out of it.
Okay. So this guy, so we'll have it kind of like
just
this.
starting it
you can actually
at that.
adjust it like that. Let me see. It's 20 feet, right? You said
20 foot, yeah.
Yeah. So see, this is some upgrades that they did with the AOE tool. So you can actually make it permanent, and like you can do this. So I got it right here now for you, Raimondo. So this guy's up.
I don't think I can do that as a player, though, can I?
I don't know. He stares at you, Theo, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Make a con save. DC 12.
Do I also get that +3 to myself?
It's already counted on your sheet in D&D Beyond. It's automatically calculated.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Just so you know. Yeah, 'cause that was not,
He passed.
15.
That's the end of his turn. Morgwin's up with the mirror images.
All right. So I will move to get onto the land. How we doing? Movement with half water, half out of water.
It's 40 movement, right? I'm just going to do that. It's fine. Just move right up there, 20, 25. That's fine, bud. Right there.
All right.
That's your first move.
Ooh.
What do you want to cast?
So spike growth will affect friendly creatures as well. Yes, Dan?
Pick them off.
So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the 4 that are inside the spike growth.
So I'm going to make saving throws with them. I'll simplify it. I'll make a group save with them.
Okay. Your saving
dex
throw
save?
is a dex 14.
I fail.
Okay. I'll look over my shoulder at Grayson, and I'll say, "You should shoot these motherfuckers over here. You'll do pretty fucking well."
Shell. I got notch an arrow. Well, when it's my...
And that will be the end of my turn.
This Basilisk is going to move. Now, he moves 5 feet outside of the spike growth. Does he still take the damage, Raimondo?
So spike growth, difficult terrain when a creature moves into or within the area.
So he takes damage. Why don't you roll the 2d4 damage against him?
And it's half movement.
He just moves 5 feet out, and he's going
It
to attack.
costs him 10 feet to move out, and it's 2d4.
Yep. 8. Roll max
Max.
damage. He attacks you, Theo. What's your AC?
22.
Doesn't hit. Grayson's up.
Grayson is going to target the same one that I missed last time.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bud. Roll it up. And see, Grayson, now that you're shooting into a guy here that nobody's in combat with, even if you roll a natural 1, it doesn't hit anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And you get advantage because he's Fairy Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm using sharpshooter as well, so -5 to my roll.
Roll it up, buddy. It's going to be hard to miss.
26 -5, 21.
Roll damage, man. As you
Plus
cock
10.
your arrow back, you aim down the sight of it.
Maximum 23 points of
Nice.
damage. This phase.
Still up.
Oh, he won't be after this next roll.
You cock it again. You didn't
Oh,
even get
shit.
two.
I'll roll one more. Sorry.
It's okay.
What's that one?
You still have
You still
advantage.
miss. You still miss with advantage though, because you do -5 on the roll.
Yeah.
The AC of 15, you just rolled really badly. In your greed and anxiety, as you draw back the second arrow, it shoots off and again veers off a little bit. And this guy looks at you a little bit. I think you're still out of range from him though, because you're kind of across. Where are you at? Yeah, you're still kind of too far for him. This guy's up now. He is too far deep into the spike growth, and he looks at Morgwin. Morgwin makes a con save.
I have mirror image up.
Yeah, so you roll the mirror image thing, right?
Yep.
To see if it hits you.
There are.
I don't know how it works. I think you roll a d20.
Of me.
Yeah.
So I'd have to roll the d20 to determine whether the track instead hits one of my duplicates.
The logic.
I rolled a
complex.
17.
I think I need to roll low
Which-
to hit you.
The duplicate's AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier, which is 14.
It's not the AC we're looking at. We're seeing to hit you. Let me see.
Right. Each
If
time
you
a
have 3
creature
duplicates, I
targets
must
you
roll
in an
a 6
attack,
or higher.
you spell-
So I rolled a
rolls a
6, right? The 2 duplicates, I rolled 8 or higher. With 1 duplicate, I rolled 11 or higher. So,
Okay.
Since you're rolling, higher is better. So
Yep.
if you roll low, so it hits one of your duplicates. So
Okay.
now you lose a duplicate. Right?
No
the
worries.
illusion goes down.
Yep.
Theo is up.
All right. So, shit.
This basilisk tries to bite out at you, and you just knock it back with your shield.
I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
And
So I have
that's-
disadvantage on attacking you.
Yep. And then, what's his face? Raimundo's like poisoned, right?
Not the
He's not
condition,
poisoned.
just the-
Oh,
Just took
okay.
poison damage.
Oh, my bad. All right. Then can I still attack, or is that 2 action points?
So a dodge is 2 action points, right? And you can attack with 1 action point.
Okay.
One attack.
Yeah. I'll attack this this basilisk
Yeah,
right
man.
in front of me in relation to
Roll it up.
relative to my character.
You can also move your character by clicking him with the Alt key and then pivot his pace around. You unfortunately miss
Cool.
by 2. You're just rolling kind of low. How do you miss? This basilisk is right in front of you.
I raise up my scimitar, and as I swipe down, I start. Meetle would not have liked you anyways, and then I miss. And I just look stupid.
So you swung at the one that's in front of Armando and not the one to your right, right?
Like relative to my character, he's in front of me.
Okay. Because the one to your right you would have advantage on because it's fairy fire.
This one's just kind of moves up to the rocks up here and looks down. It's like more cautious, right? And let me see who's within 30 feet of it. They are. Let me see how intelligent these guys are. No, they're not very intelligent at all. They try to get you again, Theo. So you have to make a con save again.
24.
Still doing pretty good. The other basilisk is up. It takes 2d4 damage as it moves out, Raimundo. Just roll
Bring out
baby
the
dick
minimum.
damage this time. It moves up to here to try to flank you, Theo. I'm going to roll with disadvantage to attack you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It misses you because if you're dodging. Tooth is up.
Two.
Question: bonus action spells require 1 action point, right?
That's
and then
correct.
full action requires 2.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Tooth is going to. I'm going to command him. I'm going to go, Tooth, go! And I'm going to have him get on Theo's shoulder. I'm going to have him hold his action, his reaction, and use his next strike.
Okay.
So you're just going
Gallons
to have
up.
black and purple dragon hop on your shoulder, Theo, for the first time.
Little
When it
dragon
hit-
crawls up onto your shoulder, Theo.
Okay, I'm gonna cast aid to Theo, Raimundo, and Tooth if I could.
You want to
Is
do it on
aid
Tooth?
A concentration?
Tooth!
It is not.
Okay.
So,
No.
do you want to use the old aid rules or the new ones?
There's new ones?
Yeah, the new one is a nerf.
No, sounds like you want to use the old one.
Yeah, I'll
Well-
use the old one.
I kind of like the old one too, because Dungeon Dudes were talking about it a little bit. So how it works is the new one gives you. So okay, here's the thing about the new aid. It's not a nerf. You can actually you basically can target up to 6 targets within 30 feet, which is basically the whole party, and you give them 10 temporary HP. The old one, I
Instead
think it's
of
only
5?
I think it's only 3 targets, but you increase their max temp HP as well.
At second level or third level?
At
Because
third
I'm
level,
casting
it's-
it at Sorry.
What level you want to cast it at?
Second, which is
So-
5 temp HP.
Yeah, I think it's only targets 3 targets. They buffed the amount of targets, but they reduced the max temp HP is not buffed. So instead they use temp HP instead of increasing max HP. Which one do you want to use? You want to use the original rules or the new ones? With the new rules, you can target everyone. With the existing rules, you can only target 3, I believe.
Let's target everyone then.
Okay,
and
so
then
everyone
give
gets
them
10. Everyone marks
10.
on their sheet. They get 10 temp HP. And Eris will be a nice guy. The temp HP you previously had, I'll say from the bless from that user, stacks with your HP, okay?
Okay.
So normally temp HP does not stack, but will be a nice guy to Eris. Basilisk is up, right? As Eris' turn is over. Remember, if you are blessed, add your D4 to the saving throw.
Yep.
This Basilisk is in front of you, Ramundo. It takes another attack at you.
Okay.
It bites out with its... What's your AC, Ramundo?
13.
13. Sad times, Ramundo. It hit you at the 13.
Oh, wait, your new armor gives you a
Why
what?
is Morgwin telling him what my AC is?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I
The
have
new armor.
spiked armor, my friend, and
Yes,
it
my
is an
bad.
AC 15.
Ah.
It doesn't hit you, buddy. Ramundo's up. I rolled pretty good damage.
Shillelagh
You got
out?
lucky. Yeah, man.
Man. I'm concentrating on the spike growth.
Morgwin tried to fuck you over, didn't he?
I
Yeah,
didn't take
he
into
just
effect
likes
the
to-
new armor.
He was trying
It's
to
a
rule
bard.
you.
That's what they do. They open their mouths at inopportune times. We'll go ahead and take a smack with the shillelagh.
Roll it up.
19
You
on the
hit.
basilisk
Roll.
in front of me. That
You
came
swing down
charging-
with your ever-burning torch onto him with the shillelagh that's been blessed by you.
10 points. Smashing
Nice.
down.
You smash the embers fly off its face. It kind of cowers a little bit.
But with that smash, I am again making eye contact with it.
Yeah, that's right. So now you just don't get the saving bonus and stuff. This croc's up, and it sees you start to get... I think this one's in range. It is. You have to make a saving throw, Ramundo. Oh, wait, you're barely... You're actually
Get
not
that to
within range.
30.
Yeah, it actually does it against Theo. Theo makes the saving throw.
What Constitution?
Constitution, DC 12.
All right, give me it's loading. Sorry.
No
All
problem.
right.
You can use your inspiration if you wish.
Ooh,
Pass just by a
12.
hair. Morgwin's up.
Alright, I'm going to move to here. What are the flanking rules here?
You get +2.
To attack?
Yeah.
Cool. I also have advantage on him because he's one of the 4 that is
Yeah.
fairy fire.
Yeah.
So here comes the rapier.
This one's pretty badly hurt, too.
Actually, the short sword, we dumped the rapier. So
Rip.
does 12 hit?
Does not, even with the +2.
Okay.
Basilisk hide is thick. It's a monstrosity.
Oh, I didn't roll advantage.
Yeah, I was going to say, but
So 13.
That hits because you get +2 for the flank.
Right. So 7 piercing. Here comes the second short sword attack.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's not giving me advantage. We'll roll it twice. Well, we'll crit fish. Hang on.
You can also right-click the die and click roll with advantage.
Yeah, I've been hitting shift before, and for some reason it's not doing it.
Little bug in the
Alright.
matrix.
Yeah. I am going to use a bonus action for a bardic inspiration.
You
Bardic
hit. Wait,
inspiration.
slow down. You rolled damage. We have 7
Yeah.
plus 10, right?
Right.
Okay. This guy dies.
Oh.
He's already pretty badly hurt. As you slice into his, his hide, you cut off one of its other claws that it was kind of gimped at.
Cool. Then that will be the end of my turn. I thought he had more
Basilisk-
hit points because
No,
I was going to throw a
Basilisk
bardic
suck.
inspiration into it.
It's going to try to bite at... I'm going to have Tooth make a saving throw as it stares at the Tooth. Tooth makes a con save.
Oh.
you bless.
13.
Passes. Grayson's up.
Grayson. I'm assuming you guys need to see this one just perched up there.
That one doesn't. You don't have.
Very fire.
Advantage.
Verifier on that one.
This one and this one don't have advantage on it.
You change the bases on them. You can do base color changes, right?
Yeah, I could actually, if you really want me to. It's just a lot more work for me.
I'm gonna shoot those two over there. I know I have fairy fire in those.
Be
Okay,
this one
roll it up.
and the two in the sphere.
Roll to do damage.
All
Roll to
right.
attack.
All right. Sharpshooter, -5. Natural 20. Baby.
Roll damage, buddy.
All right.
Wait, he's got to roll the super crit.
Oh yeah, the super crit. Let me roll that real quick.
Maybe you can
Maybe
roll
he's got
two
that
nat 20s.
.015 to get
Yeah.
the good side.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The damage was 12, Azzy, if you want to do that math for me real quick. 8 plus 5. That's
So I actually
10.
rolled 5, right? Plus 8.
yeah. Yeah.
5 minus 8 minus another 5 from the from the modifier. That's your total damage. As your arrow flies out and jabs into the chest, it shatters some of the ribs of the basilisk.
Yes, it does. And I'm going to do it again.
Do it again.
Watch.
Neji, I like what you were trying to do with the quarterstaff, though. It's pretty cool. Trying to use some
Yeah,
of the
man.
abilities.
Yeah, I've been in the lab. I've been
Oh,
cooking
plus
some-
minus 10 from the critical from the thing before.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Plus -10 from
yeah.
sharpshooter.
Yes. I'm gonna say you kill it on the second arrow attack.
Oh, would you allow me to switch targets to this guy? Then?
No, I'm just gonna say you kill it with the 2 arrows.
Okay, that sounds
Because the
good.
second
to me.
hit there you got. I don't know if we should count how buffed we should make that critical damage when you do roll a critical with that. If it should just be a modifier roll or it should be a double roll, you know.
All right.
Theo is because it's a modifier. It's not really a die roll.
Of course. Of course.
Theo is up though.
Damn. Okay. I'm going to use the dodge action again,
Okay.
and then swing at this basilisk in front of me, the same
Yeah,
one that I
I
swung
like
at
that.
last
You're
time.
using my action point cheese, but that's what it's for, man. Because it's supposed to make it so you have different varieties and more creative with these turns.
I wanted to cast sleep, but there's also other people that would get hit by that. So I'm
Well, it
not
goes to the
gonna do that.
lowest HD creature would be Tooth.
Exactly. So that's why that's why I
But
don't
it's a
want to do it.
tube, so you could actually
I
hit
didn't
these 2
know
targets.
I have more HP than somebody.
So you could hit these 2 targets, you know, but
Yeah.
Actually,
In any
spit roll.
case,
Roll
yeah.
damage.
In any case, 21 to hit.
as you finally cut into it with your scimitar.
Bam. Minimum damage.
So that special attack, like we were saying, you could do that. You have to declare the attack in advance, then you roll it, and then if you hit, you bleed the target too. So you can make it a
Okay.
little bit more creative. This guy's up. He sees some of the guys getting wounded. He stares at... Who is this? Morgwin. Make a roll with the illusions.
All
D20
right.
roll.
Yep.
The mirror images. You have to roll 8 or higher on the D20.
10.
So one more illusion goes down.
Yep.
And this guy sees it, and they're not that... they're dumb, but they're not like... They have all these creatures, mostly beasts, are pretty good wisdom. This guy starts to flee. Tooth is up.
He obviously survived a different play.
Tooth is
Tooth
going
is
to
up.
hold action for his reaction for the 2 strike for Theo one more time. Just going to look at Theo and give him a lick on the mouth or in the face.
Okay, remember, you have to bring it up because Theo actually hit and you didn't roll that damage.
Damn. Sorry.
That's
Over
okay,
there.
just bring it up next time. Eris is up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on the
This guy.
Basilisk, Raven
roll
of
a buff.
Ramundo.
Now, if you try to hit this guy out here, if you roll a 1, you know, you hit Ramundo. But this guy you can roll out here with advantage.
Yeah,
against
you
him.
know,
He's
we'll
very
do
fine.
that one because
You don't want to kill Ramundo?
don't want to hurt him. You said with advantage?
You roll with advantage.
Very fine.
hit.
23,
Roll damage.
and then 12 necrotic.
Awesome. And if it was undead, it would like latch on to this, like this skeletal arm like latches onto it, right? That's how it's
Yeah.
described. It prevents it from like regaining hit points or something like that.
Mhm.
So I think it's kind of weird if it's undead, but whatever. The Basilisk is still in front of Ramundo. It's bloodied. It tries to bite at Ramundo again, I'm going to say.
Hey, question. Does a reaction use an action point?
No, it does not.
Okay. Cool.
Does not hit Ramundo. Ramundo's up.
Ramondo will take a shillelagh swing at it again.
It looks pretty damaged. Ramundo, it's already got like missing a claw. It's already pretty, cut up too. As you swing your shillelagh into it and, hurt it even more, it kind of yelps a little bit, and it's losing its like fervor to fight you, still. This guy is still stuck in the thing, and it sees its friends getting hurt. It's damaged a little bit, and it runs. So it looks like it moves, I'm going to say 3 hexes. So it takes, what is it? 2d4 times 3. So that's 64 damage of piercing damage. You guys are just rolling pretty well on the saves. 15 damage.
15.
It's cut up pretty bad, so I'm going to move it another 5 feet. And it takes the dash action to kind of retreat out. Morgwin's up.
Okay, I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
So
Don't allow it. You get close to that spike growth, though.
I could be here without outside of the spike growth.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to get flanking from Theo.
Yep.
This one is not fairy fired. Here comes the short sword.
Rolling well, guys. It helps when you guys aren't rolling those double ones or whatever the 0.00% chance.
Yeah.
The first one hits, the second one does not.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a
Everyone
bardic
rolled a what?
inspiration into the first one for a slashing flourish to get an extra 1d8 of damage on it for 5 extra points.
How do you cut into it like Commander Grievous?
I take the short sword and I angle it downward and I go straight down into its cranium.
Splash.
Hey, Morgwin. What'd you roll on that second one?
Oh, what did I roll on the second one?
A natural 1.
I have advantage, so it doesn't matter.
That one you don't have advantage against.
Oh, just the first one. So I failed the second one. You want
So
to
it gets a
die
counter
100 for that?
No, I get a counterattack against you, and I hit you with the... You have to roll against the mirror images.
Okay.
Good, you
Here
fucking
comes-
ones.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gotcha.
So there you go. You got me.
I hit you for 6 piercing and 9 poison.
Wait, who does it though?
The creature who got cut. Well, he
Got
rolled a
killed.
natural 1. Then he did his flourish.
Oh,
He
so
somehow
before
he
he
killed
killed
him.
it.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of
Okay.
metagaming going on because he does it as a... how it would be is he actually has to select it, and then it does extra action. It's not a big deal. Morgwin, you take 6
bonus.
plus 9 damage.
Yep. Took it.
And you have to make a concentration check for the fairy fire.
Yep. Even though, oh yeah, there's still one in it.
So he took the damage before he killed the.
It is what it is.
Fairy
Okay.
fire's gone.
'Cause,
'Cause
yeah.
we don't have the triggers up yet, Neji.
I was gonna do something, but it's not a big deal.
Okay. This one takes a disengage in books. But it
Cool.
waddles off like very slowly. Grayson's up.
Grayson, can I still see this guy back here, this guy over here?
Yes.
Oh,
And that guy's
Yeah.
very far.
They appear to be retreating. Yeah, he is fairy fired.
Oh, I'm just gonna.
Wait, I'm sorry. The fairy fire did go down because Morgwin failed his concentration check.
yep.
I'm just going to take one shot at him, maybe just to finish him off. Maybe not. We don't want these guys breeding. You know what I mean?
It's up
I'm
to
not
you.
gonna use sharpshooter this time. I'll be safe.
Lawful evil.
Hey, 22.
Roll damage, buddy. You're gonna
I
finish
roll-
off my retreating basilisk? How evil of you!
6.
You don't
6.
roll minimum damage like a pussy and it doesn't die.
Hey! Whoa!
Does that
I'm gonna hit him
entice you to
again.
kill it?
I'm gonna hit him again with sharpshooter. Watch.
Okay, roll it
Mhm.
up.
21. Yeah,
Roll up.
yeah.
You smash it. You aim the
Max
second arrow.
damage.
Yeah, you aim
23.
it down at 23. It only had 3 HP left. So you just like the arrow splits right on top of the other arrow because you roll high enough, and you strike it right into the back. Theo's up.
Who's a pussy now?
Well, I mean, I'm
Sure, he's up.
Theo, how do you like being a tank?
it's fun. I like not getting hit by anyone.
Well, also you're taking the dodge action cheese. You're using the dodge action cheese on me. I like
What do you
it. No, it's
say?
kind of fun. I kind of like it.
What do you say, Theo?
Um,
You're new to the group. Are we chasing them down or are we letting them go?
Well, there's no point in attacking someone that is running away from us. And I look at Grayson. I had half a mind to use rebuke the violent on you for attacking that basilisk.
Yeah, do it. We'll
But
fight.
that would be really stupid, and I'm not going to do it.
Please.
So yeah, I'm
Right.
going
You
to
let
do
them
nothing.
retreat, Theo? Do we
Yeah,
let
I
them
do.
retreat, guys?
Theo's not going to be violent against someone that does not wish to do harm.
I think they learned the lesson, right?
Sounds
I
like
would think so.
The basilisks run off into the mountainside, scurrying as slowly as they can, like waddling like a gimped centipede. With their, there are 3 sets of legs, some of them missing. Eris makes a roll of some kind to determine what's happened.
Of some kind.
Yeah,
Does it
you have to
matter?
make a roll. You have to determine. You have to
What
make
skill?
a roll and tell me what you want to do to try to determine what has happened to these poor basilisks.
Nature?
Perception at 21.
You've heard about, your travels from the south and the east with the dwarves. It's cruel, right? As the world of Zin can be kind of a cruel place. I'm just trying to pull up my audio. And these guys probably were poached, right? By dwarves, maybe? Who would be so cruel? Like, the elves would never try to do something so barbaric. But dwarven poachers, not without the realm, as we're traveling east into more dwarven territories, right? That they could have harmed the basilisks in some way, right? This was our morning encounter. Eris rolls another D8 because she summoned a random encounter, and this is where we'll start next game. A 4. Let me tell you what happens.
Tell me I just poached another one.
Oh, we're fighting a
The basilisk's friends show
demi-lich
up.
this time, right?
Followed up by 4 red dragons.
On the road, on the road, you see a dragonborn Eris coming towards you. He is well armored, and his head looks up to you and he stares at you, and that's where we'll begin our next adventure.
Fuck.
Hello there, good sir.
Hello.
Send Theo out before. Yeah. That'd be
I'll show you a
good.
picture of this guy. Let's see what I got him.
Distracting with Matel.
Have you
Alright,
time
yeah,
to
go
speak
get
about our Lord and Savior, God of mercy and forgiveness, Meetle?
Is it metal or metal?
Meetle.
Metal.
Yeah.
Call him metal.
That's
Your
what he
guy
looks
is
like.
Metal. I was talking about
Oh,
Kind of a badass
no.
looking dragonborn.
Let me see him. Let me see
Oh, no.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
he's kicking somebody's ass.
him. Oh shit. Oh.
Hope everyone has their backup character ready.
So this is the afternoon. This is kind of where we go to set up camp for the night. This is where this that's how I do the encounters. So we just did the day encounter, then we have the evening encounter, and then you have night encounters. Cool. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking dope.
You like playing your new character, Theo?
Yeah. I just need to make sure I don't go crazy with my spell slots, and I'll be fine.